He was just testing the audio. That's why he said it there.
All right. What's up, everybody? We are live with No Bucks Given. Ooh, I gotta add the actual window capture here. We are here on a Saturday because we wanted to do a watch along for SummerSlam, obviously. But we only have a couple topics to talk about tonight, so we're gonna cram them in while doing a watch along to SummerSlam. I haven't seen anything. I don't know any spoilers of it. I know that JP and Heather are with me right now. Hopefully Connor joins us a bit later. We haven't really heard from him. He might be dead. But JP and I know JP's seen it. Heather, have you seen anything?
I've seen bits and pieces. I haven't seen the whole thing. I did watch the Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. That's probably the only full match I've watched because I was flipping back and forth between the fucking Brewer game and that match. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't know I was interrupting you.
Well, he's sat there and said, Heather, did you see anything?
Heather and JP, did you see anything?
He said, JP, I know you saw some of it. Heather, did you see any of it?
Oh, I just said Heather and JP. Fuck me.
I hear what I want.
Yeah, exactly. I have not watched any of it. I've been in the office pretty much.
There's certain things I think I lost my shit one time, but then realized
something else was happening.
So if anybody in the chat, I know that Cody's there and Alpha is there. Anybody that joins us, just if we can reiterate, no spoilers. Trying to stay away from it if we can. Other than that, though, we do have a couple topics for No Bucks Given that we'll probably sprinkle in as we go through the entire show. Obviously, for copyright reasons. Obviously, for copyright reasons, we can't show anything from SummerSlam. Yep. Even if I showed you an image, I think we get fucking copyright strike because we did a GIF and we got destroyed.
You're doing it now.
Well, that's a still image.
Nobody can see that except for you.
No, you have Roman Reigns' picture on the.
Oh, that's fine. That's a fan.
That's what I'm saying. It's just a still picture. When it's a GIF.
Hopefully, my hat is distracting them from the.
It is a beautiful hat.
So, story behind this is we have a festival going on. Actually, the news was here. So Wendy was on the news tonight. So now she thinks she's a freaking celebrity.
She is a celebrity. Look at her.
She is not. But she was playing by herself. Like nobody was around her. But I think it was a wide camera shot. But so they're having a fundraiser for the pool that we have across the street from us, and it's costs a lot of money to run one, right? So that's what we were doing today. Heather had a vendor fair over there. She did the vendor fair, and then I drank and
and then I continued to drink. And I got this cool hat.
The story behind this is my cousin, he's a supervisor, like one of the head supervisors at the cheese factory up here, just up the street. And one of his employees was hanging around, and I want that fucking hat. And he's like, $20. And I said, I ain't giving you no fucking $20 for that hat. I said, I'll give you some beer tickets. Or Heather said, we'll give you some beer tickets or whatever the fuck it was. He goes, how many? I said, I'll give you enough to buy a beer or two. And he's like, oh, sweet. So he gave it to me for 3 beer tickets. Then the motherfucker had to take a shit. So I let him come into my house and drop a deuce. That's the kind of fucking person I am.
Come here and shit.
You stop by my house. If you stop, you go like, dude, can I use your shitter? Absolutely.
Can I watch?
Well, that was the joke as they left because he said JP turned to him and was like, "What? You want me to hold your hand too?"
Oh no! Well,
they were walking over.
I was walking and he's like slowly. I'm like, what do you need me to fucking hold your hand too? That's funny.
I'm gonna get to okay. I just want to get to a point here. I'm gonna turn that down a bit.
Yeah.
Or else I'm gonna blow my fucking brains out.
I know the first 2 matches are really long.
So we're gonna do a watch along. It's probably gonna be impossible for people to queue up. I don't even know how it works with.
It's completely different with Peacock.
Yeah.
So for us, we don't have the pre-show. It's on a separate.
Is this the pre-show? I think this is the actual start of the event.
that.
Yeah, this is the actual start.
So we'll be watching. I'm gonna start from the WWE. You know when they do the fucking Then Now Forever with Hulk Hogan eating ass. You'll probably be able to pick up where we are from audio cues if you want to watch along with us. If not, at times we'll be a bit quiet, but we'll try to fill that void with bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point in time I'm gonna stop giving a flying shit about what I'm watching and just start talking about random shit.
Man, from what I've seen, it's actually been pretty good.
All right, we're gonna kick this off. I'm gonna start on my end here. We'll give an audio cue into. Oh, that's still loud as fuck for me.
The opener always is loud.
Yeah. Just gonna load down that heavily. Acknowledge me. So I don't know, like the builds for SummerSlam. The only one I really know is there's actually a couple. I know what's happening with Seth Rollins, and I know what's happening with Roman Reigns.
Right.
Other than that, oh god, it's kid. When does he become an adult?
I don't think he ever will.
Hey, he's pretty fucking entertaining. Just gonna say that.
Kid Rock passed away at the age of 94.
He's like 78.
Is he? I think he's like. Is he? How old is he? He's got to be like in his 50s, though. I think.
Then you're gonna go ahead and look.
He's 52.
Yeah, there you go. I knew it. If anybody in the chat has finished watching it, the show is done. Just give us a rating out of 10. What you would give it, and then watch me give it 1 out of 10. Is John Cena supposed to be here for some reason?
What?
I don't know.
He's the host, I think.
Yes, he is.
John Cena?
No, Kid Rock. Sorry.
It's Summerslam. Cody Rhodes, fucking the least intimidating speaker ever.
Wait,
did you work today, Basement?
Yep.
How'd that go for you?
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, I can imagine.
There was an emergency at one of our buildings, and paramedics were there. And they're like, just send somebody out here to open the door. I'm like, just break the door down. Nobody cares anymore.
Right?
It's Saturday at fucking like 8 p.m. No one's going to come out there.
No.
You know? If it's an emergency, you got to do what you got to do. And a lot of people are pissed off, just in general.
Yeah.
I always find that it's a long weekend here. I don't know if it's a long weekend for you guys.
No.
No, we have a holiday on Monday. This is how boring Canada is. It's a civic holiday. What the fuck is that? At least give it a name.
Yeah, it's on my calendar here, and it says it's only for Canada.
Yeah. And it's a terrible holiday.
It's supposed to be like your Labor Day, because we have Labor Day.
It's a holiday for holiday's sake, basically, which is fine. But any holiday weekend, people are just fucking pissed off at everything.
A civic holiday?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck does that even?
It's a different holiday. It's a different holiday for every province. But if your province has nothing to celebrate, it's a civic holiday. Welcome to hell.
We at least celebrate fucking like President's Day or fucking. At least we give it a name, not Civic Day.
Most of ours have names, just not this one. I know we don't have it on the docket for what thing we're talking about, but fucking Justin Trudeau getting divorced, and everybody is like, good.
Well, ever since I seen the way he sat, I'm like, I wonder if he is married and if his wife will stay with him. No more than a day later, Justin Trudeau and his wife are separating. I'm like, this is some crazy fucking shit.
He's become one of the biggest pussies on the planet. So, I mean, I don't know where people got the idea that women are attracted to like men that want to be women.
Right. Oh, some people are like that.
I mean, I'm sure some people are attracted to it, but I'm pretty sure she isn't because she left him.
Yeah. I did not see this match, so.
So we're at the beginning of the Logan Paul versus Ricochet match. Logan Paul's entering, and he's wearing some sort of inflatable vest. Is that like a biker vest?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's the gimmick.
Logan Paul Maverick?
Yeah.
What is he, fucking Top Gun?
No, there's a different terms for Maverick. I will say this guy is pretty good. He's not as good as the top stars, but he's still pretty good.
No, he is pretty good. But he's so like, he's such a like an embodiment of like corporate America. Not corporate, like I'm gonna say ad America. He's like fucking if an ad came to life.
Right.
Fuck him. That's what I say.
You're thinking mainstream media America.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's just like he's not a real person.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Well, I mean, he is, but he acts like a fake.
I just feel like if you're acting like a fake majority of your life, you're probably a fake. It's like, oh, I'm a real person 1% of my life.
Yeah.
No. They look like they're wearing, like, he's Optimus Prime.
I will say this. This is a legit 60,000. Anybody that disputes that they didn't put 60,000 in this arena,
that shit is crammed.
They panned, and it was hard to find an empty seat. Like, look at it.
Yeah, it's fucking. Look at the crowd around the ring. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of floor. Like they oversold the floor.
Well, they play football there. That's where they play football.
Yeah, I know, but like usually, like when you look at these, like the floor seating is spaced out a bit more. This is fucking mob.
Yep.
That being said, I actually.
So WWE is actually, they're on a whole other level right now. They are.
He fucking shined his bald head. Beautiful.
His brother, Jake actually had a boxing match tonight.
Yeah, they're like the male Kardashians with a lot more talent.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is, and I even mentioned it to you guys. Like, I looked up the card today for SummerSlam. Like, this card is actually like it's lean, but it seems pretty damn good. There's only like one match I think that I don't give a shit about, or I wouldn't want to watch. It's one of the women's matches, probably the Ronda Rousey match.
I mean,
and it's not like terrible. It's just like that to me is the one piss break on paper.
I will say this because that is the one match that I watched. The crowd was not. They didn't get it. People are like, they're not wrestling. No shit, motherfucker! It's an MMA match.
Like, but it's a weird, the one thing I don't like, and I'm gonna we'll see when we get there. For me, at least, if they call it an MMA match and it's not an actual MMA match, it's pretend MMA. I will be like, what's the point?
I will tell you this right now. There is one. Shayna ends up with a what do you call that?
Abortion.
What happens when you get hit and you get that shine?
A shiner?
It starts swelling. No.
A hematoma?
No.
A black eye?
No.
Blister?
I can't think of what it's called.
Blood blister?
No.
Subdermal hematoma?
Just stop.
We pretty much said everything.
No, they call it. It's a term. There's a term for it.
Stoma?
No.
Eye blood? Does she have eye blood?
What?
Face period? Hold on, I gotta pay attention to a bit of this match.
Oh, they call it a mouse. Like when you get that little mouse under your eye, like when you get hit, you get that. Shayna had a couple of those. They hit each other legit.
Well, they both were in that biz beforehand.
It served its purpose.
You know what Logan Paul reminds me of?
I will say this: the only reason the crowd didn't care for it is because
It's not what they're used to seeing, and it wasn't spectacular.
And it's because everybody's pissed.
Hardest part of the ring.
Everybody's pissed, and this is a talking point for tonight, so we might as well talk about it now while we watch this. Fucking women's wrestling is absolutely god awful horrible ring. It is. There's no wrestling.
You've heard my gripes for years about women wrestling, and where I put the blame, and it's not fully there, but I like the fucking, I guess the AEW world kind of, you knew it was a big problem because the amount of wrestlers tweeting about it.
Yep.
That there was like this big blowout for AEW, where someone came out and like called out the women's locker room, right?
The problem in AEW is the guy that runs the company and Britt Baker.
Yeah.
The thing is, when things are mentioned, and no matter what, even if it's somebody that is upset with their role in the company and they've been done wrong, or they're like, they never gave us an opportunity and they just want to be angry, even when that happens, there is always a shred of truth to what they're saying. So this Lufisto, I don't even know who this woman is, but she came out and fucking...
I was getting to it. So Lufisto she's very well known. She's trained a whole shit ton of women. She actually can wrestle. She would fall under the... I would say she could probably give Charlotte her best match ever. She's pretty good. She's not bad. So she's trained a lot of women. Like Serena Deeb and her have had some bangers. So, and they say that she's better than Serena Deeb. So the whole thing was with AEW, QT Marshall, who is a coach at AEW, called her and in the interview, and she started talking about it, and she was like, I was excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm down to be a coach and helping the women get better and all that shit. And you have to read the article to understand, but in a sense, QT Marshall fucking screwed her over. And Tony Khan and Britt Baker are the reason why they fucked her over. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, she had a match on Dark, and then she kept getting cut. Her time kept getting cut because Britt Baker didn't want her on the show. It's pretty fucked up.
I mean, the truth of these matters, it's always in the middle, right? But what I saw at least was like what she said on Twitter, and then everybody else that came out of the woodwork to defend the AEW landscape, and from history, that landscape is fucked up.
So for her to come out and say what she said, what is she gaining from that?
Yeah. I mean, she's obviously a person that's not necessarily like how like is she like past her prime and kind of like wrestling is in the rear view. And when I say that, I mean like in ring wrestling, training is what her objective is.
Yeah.
Just send her fucking WWE. I bet you they would bring her in to be a women's.
See, the problem with AEW, and I think it's always been a problem, and it's what we said from day one when they created a company, is the incompetence at like a higher level is going to trickle down, and it seems like it's an ego-driven fucking wrestling federation. If you give so much power to the people that are also wrestling, you're going to end up with this fucking ego problem. And they're celebrities. They're all celebrities, and they're all fucking... think their shit doesn't stink most of the time because they've got followers and fucking people that show them nothing but love online. It's always going to swell your head. But if you allow them to just like operate without fucking anybody reining them in, it's going to be a problem. And that's been a problem with AEW for a while. Look what happened. Oh, nice reverse. It's gonna have. It happened with the men's roster when fucking CM Punk and them exploded.
It actually happened before that with
Hangman Page and someone.
also with Britt Baker against Thunder Rosa.
Yeah. Well, the women's division is, first of all, in my opinion, it's pretty much unwatchable. So to have these kind of egos there for what they're actually doing, being terrible, and the only actual fandom is because people want to fucking slide into their vaginas.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read a couple of things from here, and I just want to. I'm not trying to swing it that this is AEW.
Ooh.
So she goes.
Oh my god, the kid at a Prime bottle.
So this is how this company runs. So she says, I'm gonna go with my story and how I got talking about AEW. She was supposed to be on Dark. It might be pretty long, but then keep in mind this is Mephisto quoting. But then we can discuss it. WrestleCon in Dallas, QT Marshall is sitting right in front of me, and I did send him some messages on Twitter before. One of his questions was, do you have a visa to come work as an extra on Dark? Work as an extra or Dark. I did not at the moment. He's sitting in front of me, so I'm going to actually go say hi in person. That's where he tells me, it's funny you came to see me. I was thinking about you. We're looking for a female coach. Is that something you would be interested in? She said, absolutely. As much as I do love wrestling, one of the things I love the most is the word coach. But I would say I'm more of an agent, which is what a coach essentially is. I love sitting down with the young generation, even people of my experience that just love setting up matches and making sure everything is established. They able to face the psychology, the story you want to tell. So she's an old school booker, if she was.
And she would definitely not fit in AEW because it's as new school as it gets.
So that's what she's going with, and she goes, the story you want to tell and where you want to go after. That's one of the things I love the most. I was really excited. He said, would you be willing to move? If there's a good salary involved, absolutely. And of course, she has every right to fucking ask that question, right? I don't want to move for nothing. I just bought my first house. Can you be in Boston on Thursday? And be in Boston this Wednesday. It's Saturday. I just said, oh, yeah. I didn't even think about it. I would figure out the rest. You should get an email. I go sit at my table and get an email. On Wednesday, Boston, I see you need blood tests. There's no way in 2 days I could have a blood test done that quick, especially she's Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, even, getting anything blood work done here, good luck within that kind of time frame.
Great. So she goes, there are places in Quebec, but I'll be home Monday, and since Boston is 8 or 9 hours away from where I live, I need to go there the day before. I go see him. Sorry, I can't. I just can't get the blood test that quick. Let me think about it. I'll get another email. Never mind the blood test. Just show up. Then I see COVID tests. They want the big one, not the rapid test. Oh, that's the same problem. It's easy to get one. It's easy to get a quick one, but the PCR is really hard to get, especially in Canada. I go, hey, I can't. Sorry, I got another one. Never mind the COVID test. Just show up, be there, bring your gear. The whole thing. So she's like, okay, I'm giving up everything, and I'm going to go to the show, right? Thinking I'm going to get to talk to Tony Khan, and we'll talk specifics, and then I'll be a coach, whatever. Because that's what she is being told. So now, later on in the story, none of that fucking happened, and everybody blew her off. Which is pretty fucking shitty.
It's just it's the lack of
give a shit.
Well, it's the lack of management, but it's the accountability with management. This has been a problem with AEW, and I don't care who you are, you can't deny with all the reports that's come out of that company. You can't be like, nope, that's not an issue. if it's been plaguing the company for the last 2 years, that there's a problem basically with keeping wrestlers in line and the infighting and shit like that.
Well, and I was just gonna say the whole thing with CM Punk and the fucking Elite. That should have told you right there.
Well, we saw Tony Khan. We saw Tony Khan respond to that in a press conference, and he didn't know whether to shit or go blind.
Mm-hmm. My point, his response was, "We're going to suspend CM Punk, and then we're going to strip the fucking Elite of the 6-man tag." That's not firewall.
This is the problem. It's not the owner that runs the company. And you're always going to fucking fail when you let your employees run your company.
This is why WWE is always going to stay ahead of AEW.
Yeah.
This is why.
But that happened in the past. They've learned from giving so much control to wrestlers. It's a refined machine that AEW decided to try to become WWE in 5 years.
Yeah. So
that's like me having a convenience store being like, in 5 years I'll be Walmart.
Yeah, this is insane.
Vince would give certain things.
That guy's massive. Back there. Number 20? He's like 12 feet tall.
Number 20.
The guy in the audience. He stood up and he was huge. Maybe it was just an optical illusion. No, injured ribs. See, Ricochet is slowly getting a bit better at selling things, but he's got to sell like his inability to do his moveset.
Yeah,
that's the biggest problem.
Gone up. There should have been.
You just grabbing your ribs. You got to like not be able to perform some of the moves you're trying to do because of your injury.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's. Yeah, I like Ricochet. He's just too.
I know what he is, and I know where he fits in the company. He is basically a high-flying version of Cesaro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can put on a good match with anybody, but storytelling in the ring isn't great, and storytelling out of the ring isn't great.
He still needs to work on his mic skills.
I don't think they're gonna get better. I think this is like his limit, which is fine. Because like this is what he's made for. He's a great show opener. He's probably the best show opener. Because you can put him in a bunch of different matches with a bunch of different people, and he'll make it exciting.
Yeah.
Logan Paul is really good, man. And like,
he has done well to surprise us.
He's a really good athlete, and he in all honesty, he gets the business better than a lot of the people that are on the roster.
Well, I'm just gonna point this out. He is part of the entertainment business already.
Yeah.
He's very athletic, so he kind of
had a leg up.
Definitely not Kurt Angle, but
no.
He is Death Valley Driver. Pretty good match so far.
For first match, just what you want.
Yes.
A lot of energy. Close calls.
As Kevin Owens has said many times, if you're not going to close the show, you want to open it, and you want to leave them begging for more.
If I was booking the show, this is the match I would have opening.
Yes. He cut it.
See, he has gotten better. Look at him; he's struggling.
See, it's the WWE training him, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I watched him in Lucha Underground, and everything was seamless. But that was a different thing.
But he was wearing a mask, so you couldn't tell if he was struggling.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you can sell without your face.
Body movements, but it's a lot easier.
See, this is the thing. You see how he just went over the rope? He should struggle to do everything if his ribs are injured. instead of flipping over the ropes, go through the middle rope. You know, like
Yeah.
all that shit is important. Who the hell is that? Oh,
Is that Sammy?
No.
that's Logan Paul's 18,000 best friends.
This is how this match is gonna end.
Yeah. Which I don't know if I like because I would prefer this not to continue.
That's not how this should have ended.
No.
I don't like the what's the purpose of continuing this to what finish at some unknown pay-per-view between SummerSlam and fucking Survivor Series?
I don't think
I'm with Michael Cole. He said a great matchup, but the ending sucked. I think the thing is with Logan Paul is he's taken a lot of L's, and they don't want him to be completely buried, but they also don't want to hurt Ricochet. So
yeah, honestly, it's the best way to do it.
I suppose. Will this extend the feud? Possibly.
I think I would have went with a more athletic finish with a weapon, not the brass knucks. It doesn't even fit his wrestling style.
Yeah.
Not a bad match overall.
No, not.
No.
Definitely
I still
good
think
show.
though they hyped the match up more than it delivered because they were all talking about viral moments and shit like that where you think, oh, he's gonna do something a bit crazy. Nothing crazy was really done.
Whoa, sorry about all that.
I had to take a piss.
I fucking shit.
You guys are in control.
Okay.
You don't want me to be in control of anything, right?
At least you got control of your own faculties. Mine are slipping away.
Mine, I drink a half bottle of vodka. What the fuck are you talking about?
For those who don't know, I am on the calories tonight, so.
I'm gonna leave Heather by herself. I gotta piss. Like I can't hold it anymore.
Can you hand me the bottle of water? No. Bookcase right there. No. The Harry Potter bookcase. I couldn't think of what the fuck you call it. Wow, it took him a while to get to the press conference, unless I missed that message a while ago there, Cody. If I did, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, I'm back. Oh God, why? Who's in a monster truck?
James.
But why?
Unveiling the new body.
We were talking about AEW the whole time. I forgot to put this up. I'll leave that on there until we get to the next topic. SummerSlam. I'm gonna fast forward here because I don't.
Yeah, this is just a vignette.
Is this next?
Looks like it.
That is a weird placement. I'm wondering if they put this here, because they might not have had faith in the first match. But I would definitely not put this here.
No, they should put the Battle Royal here.
Maybe the Battle Royal was on the pre-show. Oh no, JP said he watched some of it, so.
Mm-hmm. If Cody keeps whitening his teeth, he's not gonna have a gap left.
It's fucking glow in the dark. I don't really care about the fucking.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just the vignette.
Cody 3 Brock. What? The saga ends in match 2 for some reason.
This match? Match 3.
But no, this is match 2.
Okay.
This is match 3.
Cody beat Brock in the first
No,
one.
this is the second match on the card. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why. It seems like a terrible placement to me. Do you think he gets someone to oil him before he comes out? Or does he oil himself?
Yeah, they all do. They all do.
But do they oil themselves? Imagine your job was to just oil every superstar.
In some cases, I would be extremely happy.
I said the whole body. Derp. 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 Sometimes when I see him walk, it looks like he shit himself.
Yes. Oh my god. It's like he's on his way to shit himself and he's clenching.
I mean, of course, I'd never tell him that to his face. As I
Well,
probably
you know,
die.
I would probably laugh at it.
You shit on me?
Brock Lesnar's a pretty humble guy. But if you piss him off, that's...
He's Canadian now. We adopted him.
Mm-hmm.
He only moved up there because of the hunting. That's it.
So? You gonna fight about it? I don't know.
I still see Prince Goro.
I'm waiting for his daughter to join WWE. She is him.
I know. I saw the picture.
It's like if your parents were Brock Lesnar and Sable, it's like, man, you got done wrong. Ooh, Brock's shorts. Is his penis coming up? Dun, 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 dun.
Between Brock's daughter and The Rock's daughter,
Tag team.
them daddy G's are hard to defeat.
Brock and Rock. Female connection.
His daughter soft. The Rock's daughter, she's terrible. She couldn't even fight herself out of a wet paper bag.
Kind of would be hard if the bag was wet, a big wet paper bag. It might be difficult to escape. There's just something about Cody Rhodes I will never like. I'm not saying like I respect him as a wrestler and everything. He's just everything about him screams that he should be a fucking bad guy. Cause he looks like fucking Homelander.
Are you trying to say he needs to go to the back to the
He even
black
has
hair?
the little fucking eagles on his shoulder.
I know.
Oh god. But also he looks like he looks like fucking Drago from Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems like such a fake piece of shit.
Ooh,
Cody Broken.
like a fake piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that racism I hear? Oh god, Cody, really? His penis emerges? New F5.
It's not a match we saw.
Okay. How do you think this match is gonna start?
Well, I think his penis is coming out now.
This is what Cody's saying in the chat.
No. Well, how do you think this match starts? What do
This
you
match
think's
is
the
going to
first
start with suplexes from Brock Lesnar.
thing? Okay. I haven't seen this match. So.
That's pretty much how every Brock Lesnar match starts. Are they going to say no and do it different? We'll see. That is a terrible tattoo. If he had like more, like if he had, it's almost like he needs more going down his fucking arm or something. I just,
Yeah.
Where it is.
But I love it. When he first revealed it, everybody was like, "Oh, this is him putting his neck on the line for the company." He's like, "No, he's putting his neck on the line for his damn self."
And I left.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Oh, look at her. I'd bang.
That's his mom.
That's his mom?
Mm-hmm. That's Cody's mom.
Yeah, I'd bang her.
Dusty did.
You've had the American nightmare. Now have the Canadian dream. Ah, the Trinidad guy is back. He doesn't have a flag that time. He has a shirt with the Trinidad flag on it. Oh, hey. Did I predict it?
Cody does not scar very well.
It's almost like I've seen a lot of these matches. He'll get a little bit of offense in, and then he'll German suplex him again real soon. Watch.
You already suplexed him once.
I know, he'll do it again real soon. Yeah. He'll try to get a little bit of offense in, and then, yeah, here we go. Welcome to the corner. No.
Fucking yell gets me every time.
Yeah, it's so feminine.
We have to find out from Sable if that's what he sounds like when he comes.
Sounds like a fucking turtle having sex. Would you drink something called C4 Energy?
Nope.
No.
Well, it's sponsoring SummerSlam.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, look, his first thing I'm noticing about his shorts is his pockets are out.
That's only the one pocket. Oh, I see it.
What? Pockets out?
No.
Oh god.
There's a tear going a long way on his inner thigh.
Yes. Take me to Suplex City. Oh god, yes.
Oh gosh, it's fucking God! Oh my
big
God!
Hole. Big hole. Big hole. Oh, they're cutting away. His whole fucking crotch is ripped open.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's all I can see. Fucking Cody.
Waiting for his balls to fall off.
Just flop out on his face.
I'm gonna teabag Cody. LA Knight is very over.
No, we'll get there.
Is he as over as Cody Rhodes? He's getting there.
I think he might be more over. Cody Rhodes is like just at a consistent level. LA Knight is just consistently going up. Show him your balls.
Well, there you go. That's the closest you're gonna get right now.
Oh,
Oh, there they are.
Oh,
One testicle. He's wearing shorts underneath that, though.
Yeah.
Here
Unfortunately.
I don't know why you want to see his fucking nutsack. I don't understand you.
You know what you want to see.
Shade of brass they are.
Shade of brass.
Oh. The only people that suplex people are Germans.
What if the Swedish guy does it? Is it going to Swedish suplex?
A French suplex. Yeah, I think it'll end with the "Oh, sorry." A dick slobbering at the end. Every time he wrestles, he loses about 10 pounds of water. He's just the juiciest fucking man alive.
His testosterone levels must be off the fucking charts.
Yeah, he's Superman. Superman! He's a guy physically that could have probably done a lot in movies just because he doesn't look like anybody else.
Yes.
But at the same time, you don't want to hear him speak. I'm here to kill you. Fucking Mike Tyson syndrome.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not as bad. It's just his screams are feminine.
I don't think he's ever taken a count out victory.
I'm sure it might have happened somewhere because the person couldn't get back up, but I can't recall.
I think in those situations it was actually ended up being a disqualification, so it wasn't a count out.
Save yourself. Save yourself. Wash your ass. Maybe he's saying shave yourself. Sponsored by Manscaped.
Shave on Cody, but
look at my pants. I'm slowly releasing my penis on you.
Wouldn't that be fucking funny if you said, it's only gonna get worse? I'm talking about the hole in my pants!
Funny thing is, it is getting worse because now the tears start to go up. It's more of a flat now.
Just rip off his pants. Just bang him to death.
Cody's doing such a good job of stuff. Look at him.
Save yourself. Watch out for yourself.
That show needs to come back. God damn it.
What's that?
Not until next year.
I know.
At the fucking minimum. Who knows? Here is my balls.
Oh, God.
You know what?
Rock is so good at showing something that isn't even brutal, looks brutal.
The one thing I'll say, though, this is like a very prototypical Brock Lesnar match. Right now. It's as prototypical as they get.
But Cody's doing a really good job of playing with it. That's the thing.
So we're watching a multi-generational talent. Speaking of that, Ted Dibiase Jr. is going to prison forever. I don't know exactly, though. Well, fucking 45 years at his age? Hey, yeah.
45 years, he might get out.
What did he do?
It had something to do with some non-profit.
Yes, you're right. He and a couple of other people that were with him took out the pandemic business loans, and used them to buy a house and a boat.
Mm.
And there's something else that they did with it that was, of course, not fulfilling the requirements for this money that they borrowed. So, and it was over 300 million, I think they said.
But he also did something with a non-for-profit, and I don't know. But it's the same thing that Brett Favre.
Isn't it like super fucked up that the son of the $1 million man is going to jail for like
Money laundering? Yeah.
laundering and fraud?
But what's even funnier is his dad was the $1 million man. He is also now the pastor.
He's the pastor, yeah.
So I looked for like gifts on Ted DiBiase, right? And I didn't realize he was in one of those like what I'm assuming is a terrible WWE movie. So if you look at the gift, it's amazing kung fu.
Oh god, I want to say it was one of the lockdown movies.
Yeah, probably. The fucking kung fu is great. Right through the tabla. Yeah, Ted DiBiase Jr., I never gave a shit.
I mean, he was an alright wrestler. He wasn't as good as Cody or Randy Orton, but
that's what it was.
Marine
thank
2.
you.
Yeah, he was in the Marine 2.
Oh, there you go. Look at it.
That's
It's so beautiful.
That's what this movie is from. Or this gift is from.
Oh,
I love it gets
my
kicked and like
God.
3 seconds later, oh, it hit me.
And he's like, that son of a bitch.
I'm gonna take your money and go to jail for it.
Yeah, but with Ted DiBiase Jr., he could have had a better career, I think.
Not as good as his
Well, the thing is,
I'm not saying anywhere near that. No, I'm
but
just saying
he was
better
he was basically gifted a shortcut in life.
Yeah.
And you still have to work hard no matter what, right? But like
that's what he didn't do. And
yeah,
he admitted to that.
that's the difference basically with him and like a lot of other multi-generational talent.
Right.
He was going down the path of Randy Orton when Randy Orton first got there. But the problem with him was he just didn't care anymore.
Whereas
the intrigue wasn't really there either. But you see it every now and then. The Rock's daughter.
Oh my god, she's so fucking bad. She's so fucking bad.
The Pebble.
I wouldn't even call her that. I call her the pea grab.
Then why don't you go right now?
The Released.
You're out there, baby.
What's that?
I'd call her the Released. Oh my god, the stairs. The stairs got ruined for me from fucking HGGM.
I know.
The thing is, at SummerSlam, Karrion Kross is gonna wrestle. That motherfucker has yet to have a match where he didn't pick up the stairs.
Okay.
I never understood why you can use the stairs in a in like a match that has DQ. Why are the stairs acceptable?
Sometimes
they're always acceptable. The stairs.
Jesus Christ. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's a hard move to execute.
Especially on a big guy.
I do like that they're changing up the broadcast teams for Raw and SmackDown.
Well, I haven't been watching, so I can't really have an opinion.
Michael Cole is doing both shows.
He's Old Faithful.
He is, and he always will be until they find somebody that can actually keep up with them.
I don't know if that's.
The thing is, you know what to expect with him. He's always the fallback. If someone doesn't work out, it's like Michael Cole. Nobody really hates him. Nobody really loves him. Oh, Kimura. You gotta imagine his open penis rubbing on him.
My nuts.
Rub it, baby. Rub it.
But yeah, Ted DiBiase Jr. wasted talent.
I mean, Cody Rhodes should win this match, right?
He should.
If they want to end the story, yeah.
If that's where they're going with it. Remember how everybody was saying the only reason Cody Rhodes didn't win the match at WrestleMania is because he didn't have the struggle?
Yeah.
This is part of that.
So I feel like before the year's end, it might not be Roman's belt, but he'll be a world champion, whether he takes Seth Rollins or whoever, if Seth Rollins wins, right?
Right.
When we have the Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Damian Priest is the guy with the briefcase right now.
It's not bad, but I also don't really care that much.
Right.
And the thing is, I feel like if he cashes in tonight, it would make sense.
Right.
Because Finn Balor's in the match. And then Seth Rollins still walks away with the title, but then you start a proper feud with Damian Priest and Finn Balor. That's my prediction. But we'll see what they do.
Yeah, definitely. That's probably going to be their best option.
What?
That's what I would do.
Judgment Day.
The Judgment Day needs to not be a thing.
So yeah, what I just said was have Damian Priest cash in and have him and Finn Balor start a rivalry, but Seth Rollins still retain the belt. And you move on from there.
Look at this! Oh no! Yeah.
Not with who it is right now, please.
Look at Brock selling. Brock is so fucking good.
I know. I've said this for years. People are like, same match, same this, same that. I'm like, man, he just gets everything. And he's used, the way that they've used him, perfect. I don't think there's someone used better in wrestling than Brock Lesnar. Right. Undertaker is close. Actually, Undertaker's above him, but it's similar.
Yep.
You know, he's that big ticket. You don't want to show too much of him.
Agreed.
And you never want him to look weak.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's the bigger part of it. You don't want him looking weak.
But also, you look at him and the Undertaker, and they're both like physical marvels.
Yes.
Right? Because like I've never seen somebody that looked like fucking Brock Lesnar. Physically, he's kind of a mutant, and Undertaker was huge with athleticism like that. Oh god, he's gonna go around the world.
No shorts left by the end of this match.
Oh my god,
shorts are fucking gone. Penis.
The Three Amigos.
Okay, now he's just in his underwear.
There you go.
Good. Right decision. Right decision. Good decision. Good match. I've liked how they've given Brock Lesnar matches that aren't 3 minutes long.
Yes.
Because for the longest time, I'm like, he can go. I've seen he wrestled Kurt Angle. That match was fucking great. And it wasn't 3 seconds long. That was a disservice to him, man, doing those 3-minute matches. I get what they were trying to do, build him up as a monster, but they did it for too long.
Yeah, it's just...
He would have 3-minute matches, and then he'd have a 25-minute match with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I prefer... Honestly, like, what was this match? 20 minutes, maybe? Say? 25 minutes? That's like the 15 to 20-minute mark is good for a Brock Lesnar match.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I hate that it took them this long to do more consistent long matches with Brock Lesnar.
But I see what they're doing. They're going to have Cody Rhodes beat all of the people that Roman Reigns had to beat to get to where he was, basically. To then have them fight at WrestleMania or something. I get it. I'm fine with it.
17 minutes and 35 seconds was the match.
Yeah. Not including the intros, so that's why I feel like it was 25 minutes.
Right.
Could take his pants off.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
They just start fucking kissing each other.
They're gonna make out the middle of the fucking ring.
Now for the fourth match in the bedroom. I don't know a lot. Like, have we seen a show of respect from Brock ever?
No.
No. No,
So
we did
kinda,
once. It was very long ago, though.
Weirdly out of character.
Who?
Unless he destroys him now.
He's just showing, okay, you're the better man.
Yeah. That is kind of out of character, but again, I don't know what his character is anymore.
He just,
he's not necessarily like a super heel like he was.
No, he's that tweener who just doesn't give a shit.
I think he's also in that era of his career where it's I'm gonna put people over.
Yes,
it's just what he should do.
Which is good. That's fine. Yeah. There's a massive push for Cody Rhodes, though.
It is.
If people like had any like idea about like what they're doing with him, it's on display right here.
Skyrocketed him to the moon.
Well, he was skyrocketed to the moon when he took on Roman. He had Roman Reigns beat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Triple H said in the conference that was not planned at all. What Brock did, I can't believe that.
What?
The handshake from Brock at the
like
end.
The celebration with Brock for Cody. That wasn't planned.
Okay, I can believe it. If Triple H.
I kind of feel like it.
Triple H doesn't bullshit at a fucking press conference. That's the thing. So if that's what that means, that's just telling you what they're doing with Brock Lesnar.
I also think Brock, like, if I had to like speculate, Brock probably respects Cody. Cody had a similar career path. He left and made himself fucking wanted and came back. Brock, the same thing. He just went to MMA.
This is what anybody who leaves the WWE, whether it's on bad terms or just that time of the year that the company needs to make budget cuts, they should be doing what Cody and Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre have done. That's go somewhere else, refine yourself, and get yourself better and make them want you back.
You see the big difference? The big difference between them and, let's say, Sasha Banks? She went somewhere else and tried to flaunt her stardom. She didn't try to make herself better. She tried to flaunt whatever stardom she got from WWE, and her start fell.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. You know what? Sasha Banks, I can 100% believe she'll be back in WWE. Because that's where her fandom is.
Yes.
Oh, it's the night.
This guy is so fucking over. Yeah. I mean, the crowd is fucking. I said it. I have said that this guy needs to be a WWE years ago. Everybody's like, oh, that guy's worthless. Not that fucking.
Oh my god, how many people are in this fucking match? This is Royal Rumble?
This guy is, I said it. This guy, he's a combination of The Rock and Stone Cold.
I feel like he's kind of old. Like, his in-ring reminds me of Attitude Era in-ring.
Right.
But so does his, like, ability to cut promos.
She's fucking phenomenal at that.
Speaking of phenomenal, hey JP.
Nice segue.
Speaking of phenomenal, Lia Thomas has been banned from competing in women's sports.
Oh, Lia Thomas. If you all don't know, she went to the University of Pennsylvania. She was like ranked like 400th in the country out of the men, and as soon as she decided to go transgender, she ended up being the number one female swimmer in the country alongside Riley Gaines, who was the number one within Aquaman. So the World Federation of Swimming, or whatever they're called,
Swimmers United,
and transgender men from competing in women's sports.
The thing that blows my mind is why this took years. Yeah. I mean,
but you know why?
It's so stupid though, because people want to underplay like the physical advantages of men. It's just a fact. You can't, like, yes, you can, like, a woman can train super hard and become really good at their craft, excellent at their craft. But if you take just the physical attributes don't line up. I'm sorry. It's just never going to line up.
No.
But when it comes down to it, like, well, piece of shit. Oh, he's almost there. I don't give a flying shit about Omos.
I don't either.
Oh my god, look at him.
Like,
how can he see? How is he seeing anything?
I don't know.
It looks like a carpet.
If a man is 7'3", an athlete, and not in the NBA, I don't know what you've done. But anyways, yeah, with the Lia Thomas thing, it's like, come on. It's just obliterating the fucking women's fucking division.
And it's a huge win for women around the world. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, like, you put fucking. This is like, you have to have like I'm gonna say talent, or like fucking whatever it is. You have to have like people versus like people. Otherwise, it's fucked. You're gonna have fucking midgets versus the NBA for basketball. See how that goes.
That shit. I'm just saying, rejecting them little fuckers.
And I'm not comparing women to midgets. It's like you can't say anything without being like obliterated by the public.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Who's that? That guy looks like CM Punk.
I'm glad they did it because it needed to happen.
It needed to happen, and I mean, with the you know what's weird is the past, right? Yeah. Trans. I work for fucking Trans Help. Trans people were a very small percentage. In the last like 5-10 years, it's exploded.
Yes.
And now, like, you've got like fucking 15% of the population or something trans, which, you know what that sounds like to me? A fad. And I bet you any money, most of the trans people are teenagers that don't know what they are and don't know where they belong, but they'll latch on to the most popular thing at the time, where they'll get recognition and get love.
Yeah, which is really sad considering that's the next generation that's going to be running this country.
Well, if you're gonna have that percentage of people that are trans, then you can easily make a league for trans people.
So this people saying. I had one person said the Republicans did this. The Republicans had nothing to fucking do with this getting banned from competing in women's sports. Had nothing to do with our government. This is how fucking stupid people are.
There's a political sect that just cries about fucking everything, and I don't give a shit. You're not regular people. You're an outlier and with way too much power.
Right.
Most people just want people to shut the fuck up, and you just want to live your life. Everything's hard enough. Stop making things more difficult because you feel like you don't belong, or you feel like you should be paid more attention to.
Right.
Apparently, Jake Paul knocked out Nate Diaz.
Don't care.
Is Nate Diaz like fucking 60 years old? Am I thinking of the right person?
Nate Diaz is an MMA fighter. Boxing. This is the problem with Jake Paul and Logan Paul. They fight guys that are MMA guys because they can't do everything that they're trained to do. It makes no fucking sense.
The one thing I find funny about like any like mixed martial arts or any boxing or anything, anybody can knock out anybody. All it takes is the right punch at the right time.
I mean, I was speaking to somebody about the Ronda Rousey Shayna Baszler match. I said it's an MMA match. The only time that any MMA or UFC fight is exciting is when there is like a unexpected knockout or somebody gets knocked out. You know what I mean? Something exciting happens. I will tell you that we'll get to it, but the match between Shayna and Ronda was boring because you already knew who was winning.
Yeah.
So the match really wasn't. You were just waiting for that said finish to happen. You know what I mean? It didn't. It did.
You know, me personally, I feel like. Oh, there you go. I feel like Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, when they were done with NXT, I personally think they should have went to a different company.
Who?
Gargano and Ciampa.
Yeah.
I think they would have had more exposure for as good as they are on the mic and in the ring. They would have had a better. I'm not saying AEW, but one of the other companies would have respected them a bit more. I think they're just lost on the main roster.
Ciampa not getting a huge push, but he just came back from an injury.
Yeah, I feel like though if Ciampa and Gargano were to leave WWE and go to, I don't even know if ROH and TNA is still fucking running, but if any of those,
no, you don't. If you send him to ROH, he's working for Tony Khan. It's essentially AEW. You'd end up on AEW TV.
I would have said they have all the things you need. Oh God. I hate this is my actual biggest gripe with Battle Royales Rumbles is what WWE does all the fucking time with these giants. They're never gonna win, but they're like, we're gonna make them look strong by eliminating half the people that you'd rather see in the match, and it's so boring and so predictable every fucking time. Mm-hmm. Watch, you'll eliminate like 6 people, and then everybody will team up and eliminate him.
I'm not gonna lie, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I've seen fucking every Royal Rumble. So
it's not that hard to book a Royal Rumble match.
But it's so boring when you book it the same way all the time.
This is what's boring about. This is why I don't like Royal Rumble matches.
I specifically hate the giants. I actually hate giants in wrestling.
Yes.
I despise them. I haven't liked a giant in wrestling ever.
They're overused, supposed to be an attraction, but they're overused.
Yeah, but they don't really. Nobody gives a shit anymore. Like a giant in the fucking 60s and 70s is different than a giant now. When you look at the fucking NBA and everybody's fucking 7'8".
Here they go. Yeah. Here it is.
Saw this coming. So far, SummerSlam been a good event. Extremely predictable, which isn't a bad thing. But I almost predicted fucking every match. There you go. Like as soon as they eliminated him, you got the main players still in the ring.
They eliminated the people that weren't.
Yeah, that weren't important. I just kind of I'm tired of seeing the giant moment.
I think they're gonna make these two a tag team.
I could easily see that. They almost look exactly the same. It's the Miz and Jizz.
They did that fucking that move there where Waller did his finisher and the Miz did his. That's gonna be a thing. You watch.
God, it feels like the Miz and Morrison all over again.
It basically is.
Waller's better on the mic than Morrison, so.
Yes, I agree with you.
I mean, I could see a pretty interesting match if WrestleMania.
Look at the fucking crowd. They fucking love this guy.
I could see a really interesting match, Miz and Waller versus each other at WrestleMania. The promos would be pretty fucking good. The match would be god awful because the Miz can't put on a good match. I don't care for Bronson Reed.
At least they let him grow his hair back.
Cross is like slowly turning into like a more beefed up version of CM Punk physically.
Yeah.
L-Bag, come on. And there he goes.
Stop rooting for people. Unless it's people you want to be eliminated.
Bronson Reed, please. LA Knight and AJ Styles could have a good fucking feud.
Yeah.
They went that way.
LA Knight would have a good feud with just about everybody on this roster.
Sheamus is a guy that I respect, but I'm just tired of. He's also like an uncoordinated athletic guy.
Yes. I think that's the curse of all redheads.
AJ.
Ooh. They're going fancy.
Nothing is over. Fucking Rocky or not? Rambo. Nothing is over.
Yeah. Look at the crowd.
I see a black man's head and a white man's
there
head.
There he is, number 20.
Easily.
Yeah.
He's giant.
He needed like 3 seats for himself.
Tallest man alive. Should fight almost. I would have put AJ versus LA, not Sheamus. That's just me.
Sheamus may be getting ready to retire, though.
I am okay with that. It's not that I don't like Sheamus. It's just he's kind of done everything he's going to do. Every time I see him, he's just there. He's kind of the way I like at the end of Cesaro's run. It's the way I felt about Cesaro.
Right.
Okay. So this is
his butt is fucking eating that shit. Guy's ass is fucking clamping.
Okay. So they did this spot last night, and it became a fucking. Oh my god, that was a botch because LA Knight fucking.
Oh, they fell off the top rope.
They just. It's about fucking time. Look at it.
LA Knight has arrived. What does the winner of this get? Anything?
Probably a title shot. I haven't stated, but it's probably going to happen. But this is his push.
Well, that's kind of stupid to have a fucking like 20-man battle. Well, it's fucking ass cheeks. The 20-man battle royal. Then it's 25. Like, oh, so basically a Royal Rumble, and the winner wins. Terrible.
Well, let's keep in mind the Royal Rumble. You see, everybody here.
I'd love for them to just throw Slim Jims at him.
The Royal Rumble has not always been the number one contendership for the
They
world
should
title.
establish some sort of like, what are people fighting for?
Right.
Especially in a Rumble or Battle Royal. It seems like something should be on the line.
We'll find out Monday.
I won't, because I won't be watching.
Or
I gotta take a
Friday.
piss. I'll be back.
Okay. As far as battle royals go, this was one of the better ones that I've seen. But again, it's dead middle of the show, and I think the only reason that this brought the energy up is because LA Knight winning.
If you've noticed, they haven't lost momentum. They've done a pretty good job of keeping
a smooth pace.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, booming. Oh God.
He'll get his push. He's gonna get his push.
Oh God.
I honestly think I would have booked Shayna and Ronda as the second match. Because now we're looking to the second half of the actual card, and we still have 2 women's matches.
Eh.
Oh, that's next. Okay. She's holding the baby in that picture.
Hey, we don't need to be bothered with all that.
No, it's been beaten to death.
The fuck? She wearing a black like gi or something?
Yes.
I don't know. Fuck her.
I guess you could.
Don't give a shit. All right, so since we're watching women's match, let's talk about one of the most popular women in the world.
I wouldn't even call this a match. I would call this about
everybody's favorite artist, Lizzo, is in Trabajo.
I'd rather watch this match.
I've never. Okay, to be honest, I know she's like a singer. I have never heard anything she's ever sung. I don't care to hear it. Like I think her whole like thing is, I'm big and I can perform.
Do you hear? The only thing that I know she's known for is
she sounded like the starting of a lawnmower.
She had James Madison's crystal flute that he had owned. And when she went to play it, she started twerking while she was playing it. That's the only thing that I know her for.
Now, from my understanding, so this whole thing is she's basically like it's the tail of the tape. How many times have you heard of these like women performers that are known for their performance more than their music, where they're just terrible to their staff?
Yes.
It seems
comes to mind.
I'm pretty sure like anytime this has ever fucking come up, it's some random woman musical celebrity or woman celebrity that's just like. I mean, from what I heard, it's just like you're gonna fucking dance for 12 hours, and I'm gonna judge you. And she was calling some of her staff fat and making them do shit that they, yep.
She's calling her staff fat.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a lot of it seems pretty bad, and especially with someone with that image, you think, and don't get me wrong, her image is everything people know her for.
Yes.
When that gets tarnished, I hope she just fucking disappears into fucking
Oh,
ether.
I so fucking hope so too. I am so sick of all the fucking Lizzo hype.
I'm not the most fucking in shape person in the world, but I hate when people try to be like, "That's healthy." It's not. It's just not. You're
It's
not.
not.
You're not fucking 400 pounds and healthy. It's just not gonna happen.
And whether that's mentally or physically, you need a doctor to figure out.
We're in the middle of the Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler match. Just kicked her in the face. Yeah, I don't know much about Lizzo, but the much I know ain't good.
Oh my god, that was they were hitting themselves for real in this. Jesus.
The one thing you'll never see though is an exciting Shayna Baszler match.
No, because she's like Randy Orton. She's extremely slow.
You know who she reminds me of? Dean Malenko.
Oh my god, yes. God, she's even close to the same height as him.
She's
She
female
could
Malenko.
easily be the female Dean Malenko.
But the one thing I'll say is it feels like they entered the match with like bruises. Or is that just terrible makeup? Like that.
Around the eyes?
I swear she. Look, they entered looking fucked up.
Yes. The fucking bruise on Ronda's back.
Yeah, that's bad. But it's so weird to have like a purple bruise like that show up in 2 seconds.
Hey, her body's not used to taking the hits like it used to. And she's had a kid, so it changes the body.
As far as Lizzo's concerned, Alpha loves her. I'm going to finish a sentence. You wish you were her backup dancer so that you could work 12 hours and then be called fat by her.
And have the dance choreographer simulate fucking BJ's.
Oh yeah, she was. I heard that like her and her crew went to like a strip club and they made them do things they weren't comfortable with.
Right.
Like, yeah, I don't get. Like in the end, I don't really give a shit. But fuck her.
Yeah, it's
fuck
so
her.
bad. And on top of that, the fucking the dancer is saying that the choreographer was trying to sit there and convert them to Christianity. All while these sexual fantasies were flying all over the place in front of them from her.
I mean, it's just the age-old truth of some people don't deserve the power they get because they're terrible. I heard stories about fucking like Madonna walking into a room and be like, everyone look at the wall.
Oh god,
which I can 100% believe now that she's a fucking. She looks like Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell that she had some sort of control that nobody else had.
What's up?
Madonna.
It's a good way to book this match, though, to have her fucking take, like, to have the people come and be like, is it okay? And her dominating them.
Look at she's got a mouse under her eye.
No, Ronda Rousey has a back bruise and a face bruise.
They're actually hitting each other.
I don't know about that.
Oh, they are.
That's not an actual punch. I know for sure.
Well,
that's wrestling.
That's not wrestling.
It is.
No, it's.
It is.
No, it's not. No.
This is not MMA. I can tell you that. They might be doing MMA moves, but
yeah.
No, the franticness of MMA doesn't exist here. It's telegraphed fighting.
They
might be hitting each other, but you know.
Basement. This is why you don't do MMA fights in wrestling.
It would be over too quick, and people would be disappointed.
Yeah, well, obviously, this is what like people should expect from something being an MMA wrestling fight. Wrestling has to be telegraphed for dramatic purposes.
Right.
You can still like hit hard in wrestling, fucking NJPW,
Right.
but you know.
Well, right now even that's starting to.
NJPW's been shit. No, not shit. It's just not. I don't care.
It's not up to the standards it used to be.
No, it had a golden era, and that era has passed. COVID kind of killed it. And
Yeah,
AEW. The thing is, like, okay, going back to Lizzo, the thing is, I think there's like a sect of people that love her because she makes them feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
Well, that's yeah.
I can see people not really liking the match. I'm not gonna hate on it. It was what it was, but like I said to Heather when you were gone, you're never really gonna see a match you really like from Shayna Baszler.
No.
I know. I'm ready for Ronda Rousey to just go away.
Okay, just take a break.
Just like permanently, forever.
So, you know, they'll have her back for like WrestleManias or something like that.
I just feel like she'd like whatever luster she had for me is
right
completely
now,
gone.
That was ouch.
But to be fair, this women's match, I prefer that to most of what I see from women's matches. Because at least they're hitting each other and things look real instead of like every woman like wrestling a Rey Mysterio. Alright, that's fine. Gunther!
I heard, yeah, JP was saying that this match was a really good match.
I'm
really
in the
good
fire.
match, I hated the finish.
Huh? And you're gonna find out why I'll shit my pants. Alright, fuck it. We're skipping the entrances.
You can skip it all the way till.
Skip you.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
fucking go eat a bowl of cereal.
He kind of looks like a German schoolboy.
He does.
He is a German schoolboy.
Oh, he was Austrian, right?
Yes.
He is Austrian.
He is a very boring looking wrestler.
He is the life embodiment of generic wrestler number 3.
Yeah.
He's creator wrestler.
He is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go to general wrestler, because that's the body types they have in there if you don't want to look like another superstar.
But yet they all look like John Cena.
Do, 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 do. Oh my god.
Oh boy. Whoa! I knock you on your ass. Honestly, I don't think there's a more perfect match for Gunther.
The one thing, like, Gunther looks like an actual person.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre looks like a fucking gay romance novel. He came from Scotland. And he took me over mind, body, and soul. Also, the fucking bedazzled fucking belt. Come on. Mortgage.
No, Rocket Mortgage. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know that mortgage company.
It's yeah.
It's a terrible name for a mortgage company. What do Rockets do? Go up, bitch. What?
It's more the speed. It's more the speed they're talking about because they can get you all the estimates and stuff you need to get.
Terrible. Double-edged sword. Okay. I was looking at a mortgage company. It'd be the fucking boringest name ever. I'd go with Flatline Mortgage.
Either that or fucking Isum and Wisum.
Eisen and Wisem Morgan Company. The one thing in this match, oh shit. You can't make either of these guys look weak.
What'd you say, Facebook? I'm sorry.
You can't make either of these guys look weak. It almost has to be a 50-50 back and forth.
I think it's going to be.
That's what I'm saying, Alpha, man. Rocket Mortgage, terrible name. Remember that rocket launch where everybody exploded?
Oh no. Which one? There's been like five.
I can't. There was like a really popular one. I can't remember the name of it, but they're like showing the like. Yeah, was it the first?
1986, the Challenger.
Yeah. A week after I was born.
Yeah, the Challenged. Oh my god, I want to make a movie where it's a group. Okay, so it's like what's that fucking movie with Bruce Willis?
Armageddon.
It's Armageddon, but everybody has Down syndrome.
Oh no.
The entire group. We need a specific set of skills, and this is the only guy that knows how to do it. And then you have that gif of the guy turning around that has Down syndrome.
And his friend popping up behind him. Breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember Sally Ride, right? You know where her eyes were?
I have no idea what you just said.
Sally Ride.
You said quarter iceberg?
No.
If you need to remember what color her eyes were.
One blue right, one blue left. She was in the Challenger. Get it? One blue right, one blue left.
Where her eyes went when she exploded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for like Hollywood to go like instead of parody, just like Down syndrome versions of actual movies.
The first one they have to do is Detective Downs.
Well, that's already done.
That was Swedish film. That was not English film.
You know what they should do? They should rewrite Life Goes On. Everybody except for one of them is a retard.
I want to see Schindler's List with everybody retarded. It would be amazing.
Could you imagine Step Brothers?
The thing is, I want to just do serious films because.
Well, then we need,
Okay,
they need to do
so
too.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly were retards in the movie.
That's pretty much already what it was.
Those two could actually play. You don't need two people.
Or you just do redo Schindler's List, but Schindler is retarded. Everybody else is normal.
Or how about Stand By Me?
Oh yeah, all the kids are retarded.
Yeah, do you guys want to go see a dead body?
Oh, if you redid it and all the kids are retarded, everyone else is normal. I'd be like cruel as shit.
That movie would be 5 minutes long. Oh my God.
It's like that's what he's hunting instead of kids. I eat only kids with Down syndrome.
That's a pretty good match, man. I did watch most of this match.
Shit. But I do feel like this is where, like, if you made like a bunch of movies, like, not making fun of Down syndrome so much, but just because Down syndrome is inherently funny, and give a bunch of fucking Down syndrome actors work, right?
Yes.
So people would tell me I'm a monster for doing this, but I'd be like, "What are you doing for Down
A
syndrome
lot
people?"
of disabled people work.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask them. Dad needed to get something.
I could remake Coach Carter with midgets.
Hoosiers. Oh wait, they did that already.
Tyrannosaurus dropkick. The fuck?
I don't know the weirdness that comes out of commentary sometimes. I can't pay attention to all of it.
McIntyre is such a weird wrestler because he's so physically imposing. Yet
Yes.
most of his moves can be done by a guy half his size.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna write a novel about this.
On horseback.
The time I fucked Austria on horseback. Always on horseback. It doesn't matter. Yeah, there he goes. Nay, bitch.
Instead of it's Brittany bitch, it's through bitch. Whoa, nice
Tyrannosaurus dropkick.
fucking
Well, that's not a very good powerbomb. Honestly, for like two guys this size, pretty good one. Pretty good match.
Yeah. Like
The,
I said,
the versatility of I hated Gunther.
Yes.
But the versatility of him, it's kind of impressive.
Especially since he's dropped the weight.
Yeah. Then again, they've done wonders with him as a character.
Well, it also helps that he's down to earth enough to know that if he doesn't follow their direction, he's not going to get very far to begin with.
He seems like a company man.
He is.
Oh, what the fuck was that? Did a bee land on his face? What the fuck was that?
It was a bug.
Was it a fly or a bee?
Oh my god, it doesn't matter. It was a bug.
Is this
15 minutes of fame for that bee.
Yeah. Actually, it's going to live in infamy because you know what? There's going to be memes about it.
Be gone. Is that? Oh. No.
Oh.
Not my tits.
Jesus.
Chop fest.
And they're solid.
Oh, McIntyre's chops sound
fucking devastating. I want to see the after pictures of this because, good God. Wow. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
No way.
Holy shit.
Gunther's winning this match. It's a crime, all it is.
I agree with the audience. This is pretty freaking
It's an
awesome.
awesome match. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty good. It's basically as good as you could kind of want from who's involved.
Right.
I'm so glad that the pay-per-views went to, we're gonna show 7 or 8 matches, not 14 in the same time frame.
Oh my god, yes, I did. And they had so much filler in there that didn't even need to be added.
I much prefer the longer matches and less matches with more meaning.
Yes, especially since the story has been about two guys wanting to absolutely kill each other.
No,
He's slapping his tits off.
Well, I don't know what Drew is thinking. But
They're just slapping the shit out of each other.
Oh, he helped him.
Oh, penis.
Oh.
what the fuck was that? That guy should never do a splash ever again.
Well, I think that's the most you can get from him off the top rope.
I don't think it was supposed to be an imitation of a frog splash. I think it was just.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of Gunther's powerbomb.
No.
Here, I'm going to say this now. What are you doing with Drew McIntyre?
I think Gunther should have won this match.
I don't. I'm sick of him. I am getting really sick of him.
I don't think the build was enough for McIntyre to win. It's the kind of like they just shoehorned him in.
No, there doesn't need to be a build. The build has already been put there.
The problem is you take the belt off Gunther, what do you do with Gunther? And they're obviously more intrigued by doing something with Gunther than they are with Drew McIntyre.
Have him beat Cody Rhodes' next fucking step.
I don't know. I'm not against the. I didn't like the ending so much, but I'm not against the way it ended, or like the who won, basically.
Right.
I'm gonna agree to disagree.
McIntyre has been fucking buried for forever. Like, they're using him to fucking get over to other talent, which sucks.
He doesn't need that though. That's not what he's there for.
Well, that's what they're using him as.
Here's why I say that. He held that company. He carried that company on his back during the pandemic. Give him his just due.
The way I look at McIntyre, though, if you're gonna give him the belt, you got to change his fucking character, because face McIntyre is boring as fucking shit.
I don't disagree with that. They need to turn him heel. I agree.
That's why I didn't care for him winning the belt here. The fuck is that? 7?
That's 7 years. 7 years. That's
7 years of what?
Okay.
That's the shoulder that dislocated when he got
powerbombed into a wall.
Yeah.
7 years. Oh my god, that makes me feel old. Anyways, we have another topic here. Everybody's favorite. You know what? Like, I don't care who you are, but when it comes down to things, the coverage for the Epstein fucking thing has been so minuscule. Like, you turn on the news and you'll hear Donald Trump every fucking word, even though all the charges are being dismissed and nobody gives a shit. A guy that literally trafficked kids and had some sort of child fucking sex island, nobody speaks about it.
Right.
Yeah.
When's the last time I heard about Epstein on news was when he killed himself. Which, I mean, let's be real. That never happened.
Thank you.
No, he didn't. And the next time we heard about him is when they mentioned arresting Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, and what happened with that? They arrested her. We went to trial. Nobody spoke about it. I mean, if you have any other reason to fucking doubt your government and the shit they hide from you, I mean, people will talk about 9/11. They'll talk about all these other shit. That is so blatant because it's one of the most disgusting crimes you could ever do. Yet nobody is speaking about it. There's a list of people that visited the island and did terrible things. Nobody will know about it. Oh my god, is he fucking Barbie? What is this?
So WrestleMania being 2 nights, I'm not a huge fan of it, but that what Cody's what Aaron's saying, I think everybody gets a bonus for being on the card. WrestleMania is here's your bonus for everybody that has put in the time to wrestle and take time away from their families. They get a bonus for wrestling. That's why they're doing that. That's why they do that. That's why they have 14 matches on the card.
Yeah, which just give them a bonus and don't put them on the card. Like the product is worth more than the exposure. Anyways, I was talking about Epstein Island and Epstein. So there was a payout of $200 million for the victims of Epstein Island. Who are they? Who knows anything about any of this? But you just have some fucking person randomly killed in jail, and the woman, just never spoke a word.
Oh man, I really don't know. I just ever since Biden took office.
This was before Biden. Well, it was fucking. Yeah. I feel like the American government. I feel like every government is so corrupt. There's no going back.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that it's just ever since Trump got into office, everything has gone to complete shit.
Well, Trump was a piece of shit.
The only thing that the government wants to focus on is not letting bad orange guy get back into office.
Well, Trump is what they like to call a scapegoat.
Mm-hmm.
Look over here. Don't look over here. You make a mockery of somebody and you hold them up and like. How many times have we seen like you hold people up in court, they eventually crack, or you get rid of them because of the bad press.
Right.
If anybody out there, and I know there's tons of people that think Biden is like this fucking great president and everything, he is a career criminal. And if you're too dumb to see it, then fuck you. Anyways, like the Epstein Island shit is like, there's so many people that poured over data of 9/11, of all these other tragedies. Epstein Island, you don't hear anything about Epstein. It blew up and then it disappeared because it needed to disappear for the people involved.
I was just going to say, I think they're trying to figure out a way to scrub certain people in Senate or Congress or former presidencies.
Well, they don't want everybody that visited the island to get like incriminated, and I honestly think that like that wasn't the case. Not everybody that went and visited Epstein Island fucked kids, but there was a amount of them that would be bad press for a lot of people. Therefore, we can't talk about it. People think they live in a certain world. Your world is as censored as fucking China. You just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the whole Epstein thing.
Epstein killed himself. The cameras were shut off. There were no guards. For somebody like that? Come on, man. What do you think I am, fucking brain dead?
Well,
he was obviously assassinated. And he was obviously assassinated by the American government.
Okay. I don't know. I don't care.
But that's the thing, like nobody cares. Like, and it exists in Canada, it exists everywhere. Nobody cares when their government is blatantly fucking horrendous, villainous shitholes.
I do care
but
about.
I think people have just been conditioned to not care.
Well, because all we ever hear is we never hear anything good. It's always the news. Is always.
Yeah, but half the news is like things are terrible and it's your fault.
Yeah,
it's not your fault.
No. I just don't care.
Because people, and I'm with you because I get tired of hearing it, and I know it's terrible. And then in my mind, I'm like, well, what can you do about it? The only thing I can do about it is not think about it. But the atrocities are happening every fucking day, and the government's perpetuating fucking 80% of them.
And the government's always going to find a way to get away with it too.
Well, I mean, look, they put themselves in a position of so much power that you can control everything. Of course, anything you do, like if I wanted to run, okay, so if I had like a fucking tribe of fucking 50 people and I wanted to run it, I would control everything, the narrative and what people said and what everything was done.
Yeah.
People are no different, no matter how many people they control. They definitely paid everybody off, Alpha, and the government just blatantly kills people.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say yes or no.
I'm going to say yes. And if I could live in a world where I was away from the fucking government, I would 100% do it.
They do push out constant negative shit to fucking distract you from what's really going on, and I get it.
Well, it's just like once you learn how to manipulate people, and the amount of money that went into learning how to do that, and everything that you do, you would do it.
People watch like conservative, like Fox News channel.
It's all the same.
And they'll miss out on what's going on. You know, they'll only listen to that side of the story. You flip it over to CNN, they'll only tell one side of the story. Like, what the fuck happened this past week?
So if I had to lift a log 1,000,000 times, or how I like for 12 hours a day, and I found someone that was dumb as shit, I would tell them, if you don't lift that log 12 hours a day, your world will end. And they'll do it, and I won't have to do it anymore. It's the same fucking basic principle that is being applied worldwide.
I'll give you an example of what each like conservative news and liberal news will do.
Well, I know they're both terrible.
No, I'm going to give you an example of how they operate. Over on CNN, all they're talking about is the Trump indictment. All they're talking about over on Fox is whether or not Hunter Biden snorted cocaine in the fucking.
They've become tabloid media.
CNN will not make mention of the cocaine in the White House. They'll just say, "Oh, well, it wasn't. It was in a cubby, you know, where security." We had this talk about that, but then over on Fox News, they're going to talk about how Joe Biden isn't doing his job.
Our leaders are monsters.
I agree with you. Neither side is doing anything to help anybody. That's the problem.
This is why, like, I mean, the world is lost. There's good people. There's a lot of good people. Okay, and there's some shit people, but good people are very easy to take advantage of.
It's like I say, one bad apple makes the bushel go bad.
Yeah, especially one bad apple that can't shut the fuck up when it comes to like politics.
One apple is bad in that bushel. Everybody in that bushel is bad. Every apple in
But
that
I mean,
bushel.
this is, I think, the reason I want to bring this up is there's a precedent here for like the mass populace turning a blind eye to a horrendous act. And the reason I want to bring it up is because this happened in the past with fucking Hitler killing a bunch of Jews in fucking ovens. So when something terrible happens and everyone fucking is like, you know, the population you're looking at is brainwashed because they're too dumb to understand that they are.
They don't want to believe that this person.
It's just easier to follow than it ever is to fight against what you're following or think. A lot of people don't want to think. Then a lot of people live their life not thinking.
I mean, I said it tonight. Everybody's.
Well, wrestling is a great fucking place to say people don't want to think. They just want to watch and they want to blindly follow. AEW, I love them. So anything they do, I love. WWE, I love them. Anything they do, I love. And I will fight tooth and nail against somebody that I don't know for a company that doesn't pay me for something I have no control over.
So I said it tonight. I forgot what I said. I think you know what I said. We're talking to the neighbor.
There's a lot of things to the neighbor.
Oh my god. You're such a dumbass. You know what I'm talking about. I can't remember exactly what it was that I said, but it had to do.
I just have I have very little hope for like the future. Because I see monsters ruling the world constantly. And doing terrible things and getting people that aren't terrible to follow terrible ideas.
They only care about themselves. They don't care about people.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing that fucks me up is most people know that, yet you're powerless to do anything about it. I mean, when I look at fucking Justin Trudeau, I feel like I'd just punch him in real life. I want to punch him in the face. Fucking cunt. I hate him so much, man.
His wife does too, apparently.
Well, she doesn't want to be with him. And if his wife was a country, it'd be Canada.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's falling in the polls. The problem is, like, with a lot of political figures, it's how they're viewed. And that destruction of the family unit and him being, like, liberal as shit is going to turn a lot of the people that were like, yeah, I kind of am okay with some of the liberal beliefs, but I still believe in like what conservatives think of the family unit. Those guys are going to go, but Canada's shit. No matter who you vote for, it's garbage.
The last presidential election had nothing to do with Biden being a great. It's just
the last presidential election was fucking Kardashians. That's the feel of it. It was all media fucking hoopla.
Well, no. What I'm trying to say, and I know yes.
It had nothing to do with policy.
There was nothing about policy that Biden gave me that I gave a shit about. Biden didn't create jobs. Biden is saying he created jobs.
And that's why I love the fact check on Twitter, where everything he says is fact checked and wrong.
But it's not true because people just decided to go back to fucking work.
And in all honesty, that amount of people didn't vote for Biden. He's a necromancer. He fucking summoned the dead. Because there's no way it did. Like, logically, it makes no sense.
I hear you. I'm not disagreeing.
He stole an election, and then he continued to do terrible shit because he's a fucking relic.
Well, I'm gonna. I don't know what he may have had something to do with it, but I don't think he has a competent mind to be the mastermind behind it. I think the people that were working for him had everything to do with it.
Well, I love the fact that, like, anytime something happens with Biden, people are like, oh, he has a speech impediment. That motherfucker has dementia. Is what he has. It's not a speech impediment. You don't know what you're saying 90% of the time, and you're trying to lead a country. You might not be the choice.
Right. Yeah, we talked about the Mitch McConnell thing. They all need to fucking retire.
Mitch McConnell needs. He's already dead. I think they're fucking puppeteering him.
For a while now, I think.
The guy is a ghoul.
This pretty good match right here too.
It is, yeah. I like how he did the same thing that injured him.
Yep.
That's
exact spot.
I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to.
But you look who's fighting, and it can't be bad.
No, exactly. Again, this is another perfectly set up match.
No, busting makes me feel good.
Where is Finn Balor busted?
I think
in his mouth. Either he has a blood capsule or he hurt his mouth. And I think he hurt his mouth because there's not that much coming out.
No, there's not. I think he either bit the inside of his lip or the inside of his cheek accidentally.
I do like the one thing I hate. I like when Finn Balor kind of gets out of his fucking toolkit.
Yes.
But he falls back into it so often that he's become a boring wrestler.
He's
it's coup de grace, double stomp, bloody Sunday, and that's it. He's so much better than his 5 moves of doom.
He is.
But I think he realizes if you want to sell merch, you want to be a big moneymaker in WWE, 5 moves of doom, so the kids can follow it.
Which is dumb because
it doesn't. It's not an actual truth. In all honesty.
Yeah. And putting that big of a leash on your fucking talent that can actually do all the crazy shit when it's called for at the right moments within a match.
Now I know we talked about fucking Parliament and all that shit. There is the report about the White House limiting reporters. So, like, what was the?
Well, what actually it is? They go ahead.
I know that they like banned, basically not banned, but they didn't allow 400 plus reporters to come to the White House due to, like, I guess a more intricate pass you need.
Yes, 400. They were asking for a hard pass, which would give them access to the White House and press conferences at any beck and call. They changed the regulations on it and had to have everybody resubmit a new application. And from what I'm seeing here, they did not exactly specify what the changes were. And so under those new regulations, and that they realized they denied that pass for 440.
So this is my thought. You see, like, election year is it at the end of this year? When is elections for U.S.?
It depends.
Okay, so
you're talking general election?
No, for the presidency.
So we have
that's the general.
We have 2 different elections. We have the primaries, which gives us the competitors. Will give us the competitors for the general election.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have 2 votes.
But, like, what I'm trying to get at is the fact that if you're going to limit the type of people that can ask questions, getting close to an election, and you're going to mire your running mates in charges, what isn't that like 100% criminal what you're doing?
Man.
Like, it seems like they're trying to stack the deck in a legal way, which is 100% illegal if you look at it objectively.
The only reason that they're taking these passes away is because they don't want Biden to fucking answer questions that he doesn't know the answer to.
Biden, if Biden gets reelected and he's fucking 1 trillion years old, I don't know. They're going to get another 80 million people to come to the woodwork to be like, yep. You got priests coming in?
Priest was trying to tell him to use the briefcase, but Finn didn't hear him. That's the story they're telling there. So Finn thought he was cashing in.
I mean, why wouldn't you use anything but the briefcase?
Because he doesn't have anything else. Otherwise, it would have had to have been Dominic, and Dominic was distracting the
There's
rest.
like 50 chairs under the fucking ring.
I wish that was Rhea Ripley.
Finn Balor is so boring in ring. I know that might be like it's like copy and paste every fucking match.
Yeah, his matches are very predictable now. I understood where you were going with that.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
It's not that like I don't have like this match is fine and kind of like what's going on. It's just he has to hit. He's a paint by numbers wrestler,
Yeah.
which is boring as shit to me. And I get like a lot of wrestlers are, but it's just like he can't get out of like a certain flow.
Which is terrible to see.
Watch this.
Cash it in. Beat his ass.
Did you see what Priest did?
Did he cash in? No, he just threw in the.
Fucking genius.
So Priest looked at fucking Finn Balor and he's like, "Fine, fuck it. If this is what you want."
Well,
So
the genius thing is he didn't necessarily. He's not turning on Finn, but this is like his actions led to his demise, even though he was potentially helping him. I like this for a Raw or SmackDown. I don't know if I like this for a SummerSlam. SummerSlam so far has had like we're going to continue storylines.
Well, yeah.
It'll fill the gap between now and Survivor Series.
This right here is the end of Finn Balor getting a shot at Seth Rollins. This is the beginning of Finn Balor and Damian Priest feud.
I don't hate it because you're telling two storylines, which is usually a very good thing. I feel like I'm okay with like 1 or 2 matches going that way at SummerSlam. I just hope they don't. If I see another match that's just a continuation of a storyline, I'll be like, oh, fucking Christ.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I don't see. Well, Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes, that's done.
Is it?
Yes, it's done. It's done. Gunther and
Drew
McIntyre.
Logan Paul and Ricochet isn't done, and I don't know if Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler is done.
I think it's over. I don't think.
No, the whole bag's getting trashed in the back.
Yeah.
While they're playing PS5.
Uh-huh.
So. What about Bianca Belair?
It's a commercial.
Watch all the time.
Hey, he's Logan Paul.
Funny. This is funny. He calls him Mark. She keeps calling him Mark. It's great.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's such a Kurt Angle clone.
Bye, Mark.
Oh my god, they're such comical characters. Oh yeah.
It's needed for some of their
Yeah.
shows.
And I find their characters to a T. Alright, I'm gonna take a piss.
Okay.
Me too.
Oh my god, I'll wait until you get back. Jesus Christ. Wait, fucking why are our cycles aligning?
Oh my. Oh, it's starting.
God damn it.
Oh god. I don't know why they have to do this all the time.
I don't know. It's like
Especially with the women's division. It's like it was done so many other times with the men. You could do something different for the women.
they only know how to tell like a couple stories. I think WWE only knows how to tell about 10 stories, and they just rotate them. They just have like random matchups, and then they rotate the 10 stories that they have. Why doesn't she have shoes?
She was wearing heels, so she took them off to do the run in there.
I like Asuka. Charlotte Flair, she is what she is. I find her kind of boring now. And Bianca Belair, no.
She's way too green.
Yeah. She also has been like this is fucking strapping the rocket to the back of somebody. This is what it looks like. Exactly. Bianca Belair is too green in both promo and in ring. I don't. You know, like I think JP like responded to something about go away heat in the last like month. I don't know. I saw it. Yeah. But Bianca Belair for me is go away heat. I don't like her. I don't like her persona. I don't like her fucking promos, and I don't like her in ring. She's an overall negative.
Agreed.
She is. They're pushing her too fast, and I don't want to say that they're doing it just because of the color of her skin.
But they are. She's a very athletic young lady, but
she needs more time.
She's not the EST of anything. I think Charlotte Flair is more athletic than she is, personally. Oh, he's not even here.
No, he went to go pee.
Oh God, I wish I could fast forward. This shit takes Bianca Belair fucking 18 fucking minutes to get to the fucking ring because she has to do that fucking hop, skip, and a jump thing. So fucking dumb.
But she would think would make people move faster, but not for her.
Fast forwarded it.
I don't think Charlotte Flair is more athletic than Bianca Belair. Charlotte Flair she's got the Ric Flair athleticism where everything looks kind of awkward.
I don't know.
She's not a smooth athlete. Let me say that.
Well, anyway. Agree to disagree.
She's a
But
better
anyway.
wrestler than Bianca Belair.
Yes.
But
can we fast because it takes fucking Bianca Belair for fucking ever to get to the ring. Just you can fucking skip the shit.
Yeah, Seth Rollins.
It literally took Bianca Belair 5 minutes to get to the ring because she fucking does that fucking skip fucking thing. She did it.
I think Charlotte Flair is like greatly athletic, but she's not a smooth athlete. And like it's hard. I can't like I can say it, but it's hard to like describe.
Right.
And every time I like look at this, I go back to like Vince Carter versus other athletes that were dunkers, like Jason Richardson. There is something special when you see Vince Carter dunk versus another dunker like Jason Richardson.
Right.
Bianca Belair has that smooth athleticism, but I just don't give a shit about her.
Looks like Charlotte went all the way down to her natural size again.
I mean, Asuka is who I want to win.
Same.
I don't really give a flying shit about the other two. Charlotte seems to be on vacation 90% of the time.
But she's getting ready for a bodybuilding contest.
I don't care.
Well, I understand you don't care, but that's what she's doing. She's here.
If only I could take time away from work to get ready for something that means nothing to the job I'm doing.
Actually, it means a lot because it got her in better shape.
Well, if you saw a fucking man, woman, whatever her name is, ever her?
Jordan Grace?
Yeah, she was going for a bodybuilding competition.
She takes it to that level.
No, she's all natural.
And then she's going to lose.
That's fine.
No, now she goes into an all natural specific
steroids are God's gift to mankind.
And show muscle, yeah.
I think that what she's a fitness model fucking competition is what it is.
No, I feel like Charlotte Flair, I don't really care about too much anymore.
Yeah.
Why does she have a stomach belt?
It's because those are just the garter belts for her on her legs.
Final Fantasy?
Yes.
Is it just Bianca Belair looks like she's going through drills?
Yes.
All the time, and it kills me.
It's the same here, so I don't.
She has no idea how to like sell to fans unless she's fucking crying or something.
So if you watch her, she's just waiting for her spot.
That's what it is. It's like she's paint by numbers wrestling.
Yes.
Now watch, she's gonna stop.
Nothing seemed natural, man.
It doesn't.
Also, if I have to look at the people in the ring, Asuka has refined her character over time.
Yep.
Charlotte Flair, same. Bianca Belair, I don't know. She was like a valley girl, and now I don't know what she is. Just an athletic wrestler?
She's the new Sasha now. Essentially.
I wouldn't go that far. But
Flatist. That was terrible.
Here we go.
I think she was late.
Look, here comes that drill wrestler again. There she is. Yep, I'm just gonna do this. So stupid, man. She just. This match just is like off. Look at the
That's
crowd.
because of how they have to do their spots that they know that Bianca will stay on time and be in her spot.
No,
Bianca's
the
the
crowd is
problem.
dead because women's wrestling fucking sucks.
Now imagine if they had scrapped this match and instead put on Becky Lynch versus fucking Trish
Well,
Stratus.
people wanted that match, not this one.
You can't just. The problem with women's wrestling is they've fucking thrown so much garbage that like when something that might be okay, you've lost the audience.
Yes.
It's like
My question
Marvel fucking throwing out 20 shitty movies, being like, this
So-
one is good.
Everybody was complaining. How come Rhea doesn't have a match? Because the woman she was supposed to have a match with is hurt.
And she's involved in the other fucking stupid shit.
What other stupid shit? And that's
No,
part of it.
they showed up during the fucking Finn Balor match.
Yeah. Like Rhea Ripley hasn't defended the title.
The one thing I love that I saw on Twitter that I'm like, you're a moron. Where they're like, oh, being one of the most over women and not being in a match at SummerSlam, but you still have to show up to the show where it was her like stepping on some guy with the title or something. I'm like, she works for that company. Her showing up for the show means a paycheck for her in some way.
Yes.
And like that was probably like a 7-year-old kid with brain damage.
Right.
That's what it seems like.
This match is slow and boring.
Yeah. Some of these people fucking look at the aspect of the wrestlers are there at the show, but they don't have a match.
Well,
that's just overusing your talent in the wrong way.
Again, I think Rhea Ripley is supposed to face Raquel Gonzalez, but she has got a tweaked knee right now, so they can't. They can't.
Also, do you really want 3 women's matches? Do you really want 3 women's matches on a pay-per-view?
No, not really. Not with this. Not with.
And I've said this a million times. It's the state of the women's division. It's not that I dislike women's matches. I just dislike what they've become. You got a bunch of fucking divas in that fucking role that are more concerned with what they look like outside of the ring than what they do inside of it.
And I understand that, but I think there would have been 4 women's matches had Trish Stratus is not cleared to wrestle. And I don't think Raquel Gonzalez is cleared to wrestle. It's the only reason that they didn't have more women's matches.
I wouldn't have wanted them anyway, to be honest. This match is boring.
They need to get the title off of Rhea Ripley. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. They need to figure out a way. I'm sorry, her run.
I think the problem with me and women's wrestling is I don't give a shit about social media clout. Therefore, I don't have any. I don't have a horse in the race. I don't care about anything that's happening.
No. I've never had, with wrestling, I've never had a horse in the race.
Well, when it comes to social media, I feel like that exists in a different, like, it's different for me. I don't care. I don't want your match to be built off social media because I won't watch it and I don't care.
Yep.
And the problem with a lot of the women's wrestling is that that's where they fucking find their name and they find their weird niche audience. And the problem is 90% of those guys are fucking weird creeps that don't even show up to the live show. Therefore, nobody cares.
Exactly.
The only person I respect in this match, well, I respect Charlotte Flair, but I respect Asuka the most.
Yeah.
Again, Bianca sitting there practically waving her over, like, you're supposed to be over here.
Like, what the fuck is this? What the hell is that? Everybody, like
no matter what you say, and I know you don't care about the audience too much, JP, but like When the audience is not in it,
It's not
neither am I.
I get it, but I don't. The only reason I
Like,
say
I
I
don't
don't
think this is
go
an
on is
actual terrible match. It's just nobody gives a shit.
so when nobody's reacting to a guy that's actually over, that's when I don't give a shit about the fucking audience. They should be reacting to somebody like Karrion Kross. Like when he first came back, nobody reacted to him. You should be reacting to him, whether it be good or
But
fucking bad.
it definitely hurts the match and it hurts the wrestlers. I also feel like WWE is heavily pushing Bianca Belair,
Yes,
and that's also hurting the match.
it is.
This is a poor triple threat.
It's not very good.
I mean, you have the bonus of having 3 people, right? So there should be a lot of breakups, a lot of quick calls, but everything seems so like slow.
Because Bianca Belair has to get her shit in. That's what this is all about. Charlotte's in this match only because
I feel like Charlotte's a fucking part timer nowadays.
yeah, I mean, well, she's been there weekly for this build. When she's there, she's there.
I actually feel like there was a time where they were pushing Bianca, and I'm gonna say because of her skin color, and it was like way over. I think everybody is fucking done with that now. Like that era of fucking George Floyd is kind of done. Well, everybody went against like everything fucking was said about the content of character. That was terrible. You hit nobody.
Oh, it's because Bianca wasn't in the right spot.
I kind of hate Charlotte's moonsault. I hate Charlotte's moonsault anyway. She hardly ever hits anybody.
You know, she overshoots it.
That was terrible too.
It was.
Completely missed. I'm for fast forwarding. I hate this match.
Don't fast forward it too much.
Why? I don't care what happens.
You will. Yeah, you're good. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Man, this match is long as shit.
It's 20 minutes. It's the longest match of the night.
Oh my god!
Okay, just leave it. We're almost at the finish.
There's a referee in the stands.
There's a couple.
Oh, that was actually pretty nice.
So Bianca Belair had fallen off of the. They'll probably show it again, but it was her fault if she legitimately hurt herself. Either that. So you know what's going to happen, right?
I don't know. I didn't watch half the fucking match.
Money in the bank. Briefcase.
You need to stop talking and just let him experience it.
Experience it? He doesn't want to. You're fast forwarding the shit out of this fucking.
Well, it's boring as fucking shit.
No, I don't agree with you. So, just watch. It's almost over.
God, it seems like a decade. I'm watching this garbage.
Yeah,
it's not that great.
C4.
Go fast forward a little bit more.
I'm into it now.
Sure, yeah.
Uh-huh. I've never liked it. There's not one Bianca Belair match that I've liked.
no.
There was the last time I watched her wrestle was what, WrestleMania or whatever it was. What did we watch?
Yeah.
Last pay-per-view. It was only acceptable because of who she was wrestling.
Yeah,
That was
during that match.
She's so boring. You know what? The way I feel about her is the way I felt about like early age Bobby Lashley.
agreed.
Terribly boring.
All right, here we go.
I like how she gave her the finger. Fuck yeah, bitch. Tajiri.
This is so bad.
What?
That's how the match ends.
What?
He lost his shit right here.
What was that? She lost to a roll up? She didn't even fucking do anything to her. Oh my god. They just fucking wanna fucking Bianca Belair is their golden child. Fucking Roman Reigns 2.0.
Of course.
Why would you give her back the title? Her title reign was terrible. And she's not changed at all. There's no character difference.
No,
Garbage. Are they gonna have a cash in?
He had the same blow up you did.
I agree with you. Go.
Oh my god.
Fast forward it.
Uh-huh. Look at her run. Ah!
She's like, you got this shit in the bag.
Yeah, why not? Just beat everybody else for no reason.
Well, because they're gonna stop her from doing it.
Why would they? Oh my god.
Cash it. Cash it.
Bianca Belair's gonna win, watch. Oh my god, I kill myself.
Now watch Io Sky.
Nice. That was.
They did all of that 21 minutes just for that. To have that one person fucking lose the match.
Which is even better in my opinion. Plus,
What? Like I'm so like the booking of this pay-per-view is very questionable. I don't agree with Brock and Cody being second. I don't agree with this match being the fucking longest match of the night that ended in a cash-in.
Right?
That's long as shit. Fuck.
It was only 20 minutes.
That's long. What else? The last match I thought was long was 18 minutes. Oh my god. It's fucking Rayshon's wife.
I don't know if they're turning them babyface because they really can't because Bailey is in a feud with Shotzi. So I don't know what's going on.
Nah, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
You can fast forward. But she deserves her run.
I'm much more in line with fucking Io Sky winning than Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And they just wanted to add that one extra little star to her championship reign belt lineage.
Is this the last match?
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it wasn't that long of a show.
It's 4 hours long.
It didn't feel like it.
Well, that last match felt like 4 hours.
It did.
Why does he have like vampire teeth? Let me ask this motherfucker.
Grill.
It's his grill.
His diamond piece that he bought.
Ew.
Yes.
I hate it when people do this. Like,
I hate this. I hate this 3D piece of shit.
I don't.
I love his entrance. I love his entrance music. I hate this thing.
Well, get used to it. So
It just
anyway,
makes it cheap looking. Oh, look at him. Look at Paul Heyman. Roman Reigns is great. I fucking love his entrance music.
I do.
But also, it looks like he has like 18 prolapsed anuses on his neck.
He said Heyman explained it, and he said it was a type of flower that was dipped in something.
That ain't a flower. Tribal combat? What does that mean?
Oh,
It means nobody from the NOI family can come in and interfere with the match.
it's just no disqualification, no count out. That's all it means.
You guys said very different things.
Because I was going off of what Jey Uso and Paul Heyman said.
Yeah, no. It's no disqualification, no count out. That's all it is.
Someday I want someone to give me fucking flowers around the neck.
We can go to Hawaii.
Anything goes. And that is not flowers.
On
They
Jey
are
Uso.
A pepper of some
No,
kind.
Jey Uso has flowers.
Yeah.
Jey
So
Uso does. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
Roman Reigns has prolapsed anuses.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he.
They're peppers.
That's what you want to think.
Oh my god, I can't.
I swear to God, Paul Heyman looks like a peanut.
Yeah.
Why is he fucking looking at the back of Roman's head like he wants to fuck him in the ass?
Every time he looks at Roman, it's like he wants to fuck him in the ass.
I'm tribal chief now.
He's like,
Who's your tribal chief? Who's your tribal chief?
say, hey Roman, you want to restart your CW? Detroit is feeling oozy.
They actually look like they're wood cards.
I don't like his vampire mouth. His teeth are.
I do like Jay's mannerism.
He's not red hot.
His entire life, he just had a match with him like a year and a half ago. Like, what the fuck does he mean his entire life?
Why are they focusing on his nipples?
Yeah.
He's fucking like a white Buddha.
Yeah, just a bit.
Alpha says he's completely numb to Paul Heyman. He's honestly sick of him. I'm not. I like Paul Heyman. I mean, he does what he does. And he's like the rest of WWE where it's like, if you've seen it once, you've seen it 8,000 times. We're showing it to you. It's kind of like, you know, eventually you will get bored of what you're seeing if you saw it every fucking moment of every day.
Yeah. But I don't think I could ever get sick of Paul Heyman.
I can.
I'm okay with him. Thing is, I've never really loved a manager.
Right.
They've all been like, they serve their purpose. Some are better than others, but the more you see something, the more you hate it.
Yes.
It's like marriage.
Yeah.
I'm going to disagree with that.
Really? Because most people that have been married for a long time hate each other.
I mean, you hate me?
I mean, I've known you for how many years? I already hate you. Tell me that ass.
Like being married and being together are kind of the same thing.
It is the same thing. You're common law.
So for you to say, well, no, because we're not married, which means once we get married,
You're common law.
Which is probably why I'm never gonna fucking marry him.
He's waiting. Heather, he's waiting for me.
I figured.
He's Detroit, acknowledge. I'm getting sick of this shit too.
Well, I haven't seen it too much, so I haven't got used to getting
He's just gonna
sick of
say
it.
acknowledge me. He's gonna say Detroit, acknowledge me, and then that's it. Oh, SummerSlam. He didn't say Detroit.
Fuck you! Just throws away.
That would be great.
That's what I'd love. No, he's got to switch it up. He's such a He's such a fucking like entity of WWE.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he is, but
I know it's what they built him for.
I love Jey Uso's mannerisms.
He's definitely like
looking at him.
He's definitely like the edge of the tag team.
Yeah.
Look at him. Like he won't look at Roman. I fucking love it. His mannerisms have been so good throughout this.
I mean, you're looking at one of the, if not the best tag teams in the business, but he is so good that a singles competitor, he needs a run, man.
Yes, and I've always said he's had more of the personality than Jimmy.
Well, Jimmy's kind of holding him back now. It's I guess it's like the Hardy Boys, but like flipped during certain eras.
I was hoping he'd come back with the face paint.
And the old shorts he wrestled in.
That would actually be really interesting for this match. I love how he's playing with peppers. Look at him. Paul Heyman looks like an angry woman half the time.
I fucking love it when he does that with the belt. Look at this is my big fucking dick.
Wipe it off, baby. Look at it. If you had to say now, where does Roman Reigns end up in your top whatever?
Right now, he's in the top 10.
I could go with that. Yeah.
When it's all said
He's
and done,
dangerously close to top 5 for me.
When it's all said and done, he will be in the top 5.
Yeah.
Although I will say this, his promo work still is. Yeah.
It's just with him. It's just like it's the era he's in.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be able to hold his own in the Attitude Era. But
I think he would have been booked just like fucking Rikishi or The Rock. I don't know, man. I think if
I don't think he could hold his own. Attitude Era is more loose, and he is not a loosey-goosey. He is much better scripted, to an extent. Yeah. And he's much better as a specific character. That being said, he is dangerously close to top 5.
Yeah. I love you, my tribal chief.
I mean, Alpha, you're not wrong. Excuse me?
He has kind of become the...
Well, he's become a 100% side piece.
Oh, God, yes. But you know what? Even in that role, he finds a way to shine without taking away too much attention.
Okay. Right now, Roman Reigns needs to win. Or he needs to lose but maintain the title. I don't want Jey Uso to be champion.
Why not?
He's not ready for World Championship yet.
He's not ready for World Championship?
No.
Okay. Believe what you want. Got to do something.
Well, I feel like he'll get the win, but he won't win the championship. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Here's the floor. Do you know what a floor is? Pointing to it.
Roman Reigns doing his typical bullying shit.
He also outweighs Jay.
I mean, this match is going to be a storytelling match more than anything else.
Yeah.
which is fine. I like it.
He only outweighs Jey Uso by about 30 pounds.
Yeah, but well, that's a lot, actually. When it comes to like a fight, 30 pounds?
Jey Uso's 235. They looked it up. Roman is 260.
I'm surprised he's 260. How tall is he? 6'4" or something?
6'4", 6'4",
Yeah.
6'5".
Alright, I get it.
He's 6'4".
All of a sudden, Dean Ambrose shows up. I'm your brother! And he's just bleeding for some reason.
Actually, it says here he's 287.
He's not 287.
There's no way he's 287.
Brock Lesnar's 287.
I can believe 280 for Brock Lesnar. 280 for Roman? No fucking way.
He's only 260.
Max. Might even be less than that.
Him and Drew McIntyre are about the same fucking size.
I think McIntyre is heavier. I would say by like 5-10 pounds.
Yeah.
Yet they built him at 265.
It's wrestling.
Yeah.
It's also probably like 6'3" and 245. But it's wrestling.
Who, Jimmy or Jay?
Roman.
Jay's probably 6 foot, maybe 230.
Jay's 6'2".
Maybe 230.
He's about 230, 235.
Maybe.
When they first came in, they were the size of Solo Sikoa. Both of them were.
They got some genes to be monstrous in one
him,
way or the other.
They have him listed here as 242.
He's a pretty big boy.
Wrestling always adds like 10 pounds and like 2 inches.
Right.
I don't know how I would have booked this match. It's a difficult one to book. I almost don't want it to be a Roman Reigns fest for forever. Right. I would have preferred like Jay to get the upper hand immediately and then go back and forth instead of this because this is so WWE, man.
I didn't say if it was with Sammy versus Roman.
Well, it's also the same fucking thing they did in the Brock Lesnar match. This is the same match.
Sami Zayn got the upper hand, and then Roman, they cut him off. Then Sami Zayn would get a little momentum again, and then Roman had cut him off. That's the way that match went.
I just feel like we just watched the Lesnar-Cody Rhodes match.
Uh-huh.
I don't want the same shit to happen.
Yeah.
I'd love to see with the animosity between these two. Jay, this is a match that I would have accepted blood for. Right. And I would have accepted Roman bleeding, and I would have accepted him bleeding quick. Like, he goes fucking ape shit on him immediately. I would have liked that a lot more than what's happening right now.
Well, it could still happen.
I know. It's just, I don't like it. It's such a WWE event.
Well, unfortunately, that's what we're going to get. Because it is WWE.
Yeah, but every now and then WWE like surprises you and they do something a bit different.
Once in a while, yes. But it also depends on who the producer for the match
They don't.
is.
There's like a formula that they just can't break. They're the MCU.
You don't know who the producer of this match is? He's standing at fucking ringside.
It was Heyman?
Yes.
Usually he's better at throwing in the surprises.
But it's Triple H saying no blood.
Yeah. It's just like, for me, blood is completely fine in wrestling. However, I hate the way AEW uses it.
Yeah.
Blood is like, if it's going to enhance the storyline, and a storyline like this, could use blood, in my honest
Speaking
opinion.
of that, AEW did Blood and Guts match, and they had thumbtacks. Guess what they did the very next fucking week? Jon Moxley was in a match with fucking thumbtacks.
Yeah, it's AEW is stupid. Honestly, like WWE, I have my gripes with. AEW is fucking run by an idiot, made for idiots. If you think that like you can continually watch something that's pushing the envelope every week, then rewind to ECW. What happened to ECW?
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
So that is essentially what he is booking.
I know. I see the fault.
He's an ECW fanboy.
I see the fault because all he wants is instant gratification. AEW is instant gratification, and it works in the short run, and it will kill you in the long run.
It will.
I've watched so many TV shows and so much wrestling where if people get instantly gratified, they give up on the product because you can only make something important for so long. You have to drag that shit out.
Agreed.
Anyways, when it comes to this is like if I was in WWE, I would be pushing for Jey Uso to actually bust Roman Reigns open because of what it shows. It shows a weakness in Roman Reigns, which is what you're trying to show.
Mm-hmm.
So far, this match has been as predicted and boring.
It's been a typical Roman match.
Mm-hmm.
Which is unfortunate because for a while there it works.
Well, Roman Reigns is the typical Brock Lesnar match is the typical Roman Reigns match, which is the typical Finn Balor match. Like the boring fucking paint by numbers wrestling angers me, man.
Did somebody get killed out in the audience?
If it was me, I would have booked Jey Uso to get the leg up, bust him open, and then have this in the middle of the match where Roman comes back.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But now you're booking him as a babyface. He's the deal. Can't really do that.
I'm not booking anybody as babyface.
How are you booking Jey if Roman Reigns is going to get a comeback?
No, well, I mean, you have to have a back and forth in the match, right? But I would have liked to see Jey be, like, caution to the wind and beat the shit out of Roman Reigns immediately, which is different than every fucking Roman Reigns match I've watched for the last 5 years, which is exactly the same as what I'm watching here. The storyline promotes someone not to give a shit about the other. You have to be brutal at the beginning of this. This is booked like he's fighting anybody else, but the storyline doesn't warrant it.
No, the story warrants an all-out fucking war between the two of these.
I agree.
How do you start that? You should start it in... I would never have booked this way. Never. I'm not saying I don't work in wrestling, but I would have fucking booked Jey to beat the shit out of him. And tribal warfare or whatever. You said no DQ.
I know, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just telling you why this shit don't work.
Yeah, this is why I stopped watching wrestling. Because if I've seen it one night, I've seen it every night. They just repeat everything.
Yes, what you are saying is correct. The finish is what you want to see when it comes to a match like this. Everybody's waiting for that moment when Roman Reigns gets beat.
I feel like there's creative opportunity.
I'm not talking about like at Money in the Bank. I'm talking in a singles match.
I feel like there's creative opportunity, and then there's SummerSlam right now. SummerSlam seems to be one of the least creative shows I've ever seen. It's what you expect. It's not bad. It's a 7.5 out of 10. Nothing's been terrible. It's just exactly what you expect it to be.
I agree. I don't disagree.
Which, again, expectations aren't bad. It's just wrestling suffers from exactly what, Days of Our Life suffers from.
Yes.
When you're predictable, and I might as well watch episode 20 to episode 40, why am I watching?
Exactly.
I agree.
And it's just
Especially with like no DQ. What the fuck, man? It's such a miss for me. It's such a miss for me. To have
honestly,
him
this show
not go for a weapon
matches in its
immediately
pause for a
and beat
while.
the shit out of Roman, it makes no sense. The audience is gonna love it because they could watch the same thing every night and be like, "Yep, yep."
Like, yeah, exactly.
Wrestling audience is dumb as shit most of the time.
They are a bunch of hillbillies. This is what Roman is really good at right now, is talking trash.
The problem is I've seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah, I know.
I know they're gonna have the reverse happen, and he's gonna fight back.
I do agree that he needs to throw caution to the wind, and there does need to be somebody needs to.
I would have
like
really
the word
preferred Jey
agree.
Uso to take control at the beginning and beat the living
Right.
shit out of Roman. Otherwise, it's a Brock Lesnar match.
Oh, I get you.
It's no DQ. This fucking idiot. He's like, nope. I'll just face him man to man.
I'm convinced he's gonna break his knuckles one of these days. Oh my god.
Is that to the midsection?
Uh-huh.
Or was it to the fucking.
You know what you
No.
need? Yeah, here you go. You need The Rock beating the shit out of Mankind with a chair.
Yes.
I mean, it's warranted for the storyline. Don't stop. Don't ever stop. Break the fucking stick.
He did.
You're trying to you're trying to tell a story of like absolute fucking anger. You need to tell a story of absolute anger. You need to go
Yeah.
beyond the wrestling. You need to beat him to death with fucking utensils.
Every single utensil you can find.
That's the one thing, the main thing this match is lacking is I don't feel the way that he should feel. The way that they built up. He should be fucking hitting him with everything constantly.
I will say this: the Sami Zayn Roman Reigns match is better.
Well, it's a miss on booking. Like
Mhm.
he shouldn't be trying to wrestle him. He should be trying to kill him.
Yes.
Like the whole I'm gonna beat him in the ring is stupid as fuck.
Especially with an ODQ match.
Yeah, it's a hugely missed opportunity. The storyline deserves more than what they're showing us.
It does.
Now maybe they go there because this match is long as shit, but not right now.
Minutes. This match is 36 minutes long.
Look at the crowd, not give a shit. They should be. They shouldn't be sitting down. They should be on their fucking feet.
Yeah.
The crowd's wanting to swell. You can tell.
They want it, but the match ain't giving it to them, man.
No.
You're right. I'm not disagreeing. 100%.
Alpha asked between Roman and Seth, who do you guys think would be higher on the top 10 list we've been talking about?
Roman? Roman by fucking probably 5 feet.
Roman for the accolades he's been given.
Yes.
It's like the difference between. It's kind of like this fucking Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair
Right.
ideal. I would rather have Seth Rollins on my roster than Roman Reigns because there's more versatility there. But Reigns is the bigger draw, and he's the bigger draw because they made him the bigger draw, a la Hulk Hogan.
If we're being completely subjective and saying our own personal ones, I would put Seth higher than Roman, but not by a whole lot.
I like Seth.
Seth is he's better at everything than Roman Reigns.
You think so?
I think innately he's better at everything. They can turn him heel, face, it doesn't matter. He can do both. He is he's like a jack of all trades. And he's better in ring. So I do think he's better than Roman Reigns. It's just reality sets in.
Yes.
You know? And Roman Reigns has been. This should have happened at the beginning.
Hey, it's okay, man. It's okay.
Why is he even questioning it? It's a no DQ match, you fucking asshole. Beat him to death with a chair.
He's not questioning it. He's gonna do it.
Oh my god, this match angers me kind of. Just keep. If you are telling the story you're telling, and you've already turned him, and you hate him, and he's ruined your life, beat him to death. This extra dramatic shit ain't working for me. Why would he listen to fucking Paul Heyman?
Not listening, Paul.
I know, but like it's kind of insinuated that he's struggling with it. Yes, there you go. Fucking hit him with 18 chairs. ECW this shit.
This should have happened I do agree this should have happened at the beginning.
I would have loved if he just fucking lost the shit at the beginning, beat the living shit out of him. And then, obviously, Roman comes back, and then you have this happen. Why are you struggling? The struggle is done. Fucking vampire. Shut up.
And this is why I hate Paul Heyman.
Well, at this point in time, Paul Heyman should be an afterthought. This match does not need Paul Heyman.
None of this ever needed Paul Heyman.
I mean, I'm okay with Paul Heyman being like a mouthpiece and being helping for Roman Reigns, but this match, nobody gives a shit about what Paul Heyman says. Jay's gonna get obliterated because he's a retard.
There's only one person going into that drop zone.
Guys, I have to tell you, I never saw this coming.
Okay, you say so. Tries to get Jey Uso.
Powerbomb. I really dislike this match. Whoever booked this, like not booked, but like planned this match, I don't know.
I'm telling you,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
This is a Paul Heyman.
It's stinking of WWE bullshit. Where you had lightning in a bottle, you're like, well, we'll open this bottle, pour it out, and I'm gonna take a shit in this bottle. It's not terrible. It's just so
They've done
WWE.
better.
I get you. I know. Keep in
Why is
mind,
the
I have
referee
not
moving
seen.
the fucking chairs?
Keep in mind,
It's part of his job.
keep in mind, I have not seen this match at all, so I don't know.
Let me guess. He's gonna powerbomb him out of the ring.
I don't know why he's setting up another table. There's already one there.
Oh, he's bringing it in actually. Roman will be put through one. Jay will be put through the other.
Place your bets as to which one is which.
Roman will be put through in the ring. Gotta protect him. Jay will be put through outside of the ring.
Which will protect him because he knows how to do it.
Not spear. Dun-it. Dun-it. No. No.
Table tees. I'm not using either one just yet.
I think they used either one.
This match is way more boring than it should have been.
Yeah.
I agree.
And the audience there is even indicating that.
The crowd.
I mean, it's not terrible. It's just it is.
It's so slow and boring.
If I said I've seen it before.
Here it comes. Here it comes. I thought it was coming.
What the hell is he thinking?
Who even
Because he knows he's going through that table. He knows! No, I was wrong. What a piece of shit I am.
They both went through the table.
You know, though, like, the crowd didn't give a fucking flying shit.
There was some ripples of.
It's like, if in the first match in the LA Knight fucking Battle Royal,
it was
anywhere close.
Hell, even fucking Dio cashing in was more.
Well, any cash in will always give.
My biggest problem with these matches that are no DQ, Paul Heyman's there. Just fucking spray him with fucking pepper spray.
Yeah.
It's not illegal. Right?
Yeah.
Like the no DQ matches with managers angers me when they don't do it. Okay, I don't give a shit.
Leather strap. Oh god. That thing is old. It looks like a fucking rubber band.
Man.
Oh.
Whoo! Oh god, busted. Make me feel good.
Oh my god, he's bleeding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he whipped a vein.
The table. Cut him. I don't hate what's happening. I just wish it happened in a different order. For storytelling purposes.
I agree. Look at the fucking girls there. He said, fuck this shit.
I have a wife.
Roman's like, come on, we gotta go this way.
You're the woman up there. So happy.
The legs and the guy next to her.
Good legs. She's got some good legs. Do it for Jimmy J.
Jimmy J.
Oh no. That guy's camera's turned the opposite way.
There's Solo.
Uh-huh. I thought he couldn't interfere in this match.
I think it would have made more sense if that was the case, but apparently that's not the case.
Oh, so this match is just stupid as shit.
It is.
We're gonna have a tribal fight where actually it's just no DQ. Anybody can show up. Nobody cares.
And it's for a title of tribal chief.
And this is the way you want to end a rivalry between fucking the Usos and Roman Reigns.
This match should have happened on a beach in Samoa.
This match should have happened on fucking SmackDown.
Could have.
Hey, Mikhail.
Mikhail. I'm just gonna slide up in Mikhail's DMs. I'm gonna send you my tribal chief.
Yeah, the tribal chief.
What is this?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now.
It's a beatdown on Jey Uso.
Oh, why is the referee even speaking to this guy? It's either allowed or it's not. You fucking dipshit.
Well, I think he's telling him
to what?
Let's get back to the ring. I don't
know. Who cares? You don't need to be in the ring for this match, so.
Well, you have no. Well, that is one thing. It has to finish in the match, in the ring.
It's fine though, but they can fight anywhere apparently, so it doesn't matter.
No.
Well, he said they could fight anywhere.
They can fight anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So shut up, ref. Was it good, Mikhail? Was it? I'll fight you in the streets, Mikhail. I don't give a shit. So they said what? Jimmy Uso was injured.
Jimmy Uso is injured. Yes.
And is it
Roman Reigns?
So kayfabe? Is he gonna show up?
Probably.
Do I care?
No.
Well,
you're wrong because I do care.
Sense. It would make sense for him to show up for the storyline.
It's a missed opportunity to me. Massive. To teach you a lesson. Hey, do you remember 6 months ago when we did this?
Yeah.
I don't. It's terrible. I'm gonna fucking butt fuck this guy live on stage.
Roman's like, oh shit, I fucked up.
Ow.
I haven't hated this pay-per-view. It's better than most.
I didn't hate the pay-per-view. I am not liking the last match. It's not that it's a bad match or anything. I just hate. I don't like the way that he booked it.
I understand that. But
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Can you let me finish, please?
No.
Too fucking bad.
Anyways,
is gonna have wrestling in it, but it's not about wrestling. It's about the storyline.
And that's the thing I don't like how they've presented.
And I don't disagree with you. If they wanted this to be a 5-star match for me, they should have started the way Basement said.
Yeah, the one thing with this match should have 100% been Jey versus Roman. It shouldn't have involved anybody else, And it should have started with him being crazy and attacking Roman with everything he had. Even if Roman won, it doesn't matter. But that's the way I would have booked it. I wouldn't book it like Jay wants to have a regular wrestling match with the person that fucking ruined his life. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And the fact that they booked it to like they went with the end of it being that way, and even then it's not. No. Oh God! Fuck off! What is this? What is this? Just get out of here.
This is a typical Roman Reigns match.
It's so boring.
Over the last 3 years.
Why is he looking at him like that now?
But he's been doing that because he's mad because he speared him. See, he's looking at
that's so stupid. You just kicked the competitor, you idiot. My God.
Solo's going to end up joining Jay, I think.
It's almost like Solo should just walk away from this match if he doesn't know what he's doing. Alright. I don't care.
I don't understand this. I think I know where it's going.
It's so convoluted and stupid.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's back and forth for forever. And something that should be final isn't final. The actual storyline is definitely not between Solo and Roman. Guys, if that happens, I don't give a shit. Okay, look, help.
Look at that guy. He's here, help me.
That guy's the hero right there.
Yes.
Blue shirt, glasses.
Yep.
It's not the most boring thing I've seen in my life. I've watched paint dry. But it's stupid. I hate it. I hate the way they booked this match. Because it's overly complicated for no reason.
Yep.
You needed an end to an era, and you had it fucking on a platter, and you invited fucking Solo, and you invited fucking stupid. Yeah. Okay. Now we've got fucking Mystery Man, which is his brother.
It is.
Yeah. Fucking stupid. God, I'm done with this. Done. Overly complicated for no reason. Good Paul Heyman.
There's a gargoyle lurking in the back.
Leg up, dick down. Oh my God, this is extending a storyline that's reached its peak, man. Stop.
This is Triple H.
No, this is fucking Days of Our Lives.
It is.
But this
Terrible.
is Triple H trying to extend something that doesn't need to be extended.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. You don't, especially if you're going to do this, you don't do this as SummerSlam, the WrestleMania of the summer. Fucking, another fucking shit that's going to continue afterwards. What? It didn't make any sense. I don't care. This is garbage. Match was 5 out of 10. All the theatrics were 1 out of 10. Am I going to spear him through the table? Is that what they're saying? Yeah, okay, here I go. Garbage. Absolute garbage. I'm not disgusted because it didn't go the way I wanted. I'm disgusted because it's trying to make something last longer than it deserves to last, and it's terrible booking. Terrible.
Yeah, this was really bad. This was
terrible.
The one match I was looking forward to because I was hoping that it would have been just a fucking
yeah, the thing they should have done.
Yeah.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
The storyline is starting to sour, like real.
Well, this storyline was souring fucking a year ago.
Actually, the storyline was. I thought it.
They reinvigorated it, but it was like this is the road to the end, and now this. Oh my god, this is Days of Our Lives. I can't stand it. Terrible. It doesn't even make any fucking sense. Oh, now it's gonna be Jey Uso versus Jimmy versus Solo versus Roman. Nobody cares anymore. I don't care. Garbage. Terrible end.
I agree.
Terrible match. Even the match wasn't very good. Like,
yeah.
This is why they should have. This is. I wonder if Triple H is like. He's got to be thinking, why didn't I just pull the trigger?
I just feel like they don't know what to do with Roman Reigns once this is done. So, like, let's keep it going. Terrible idea. If I bought tickets to SummerSlam, I'd be asking for a refund. SummerSlam overall, super predictable, except for the last match. And the last match wasn't predictable, but it was absolute ass. I give it, SummerSlam as a whole, a 6 out of 10.
I'm a little higher, 6.5.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I think it was 6.5.
I went with 6. Because fuck that shit.
It wasn't too bad. The match went on too long.
Match was long, match was boring, and the storyline they told was absolutely idiot fucking central.
Yeah. The story, so everybody wants long-term booking. This is long-term booking.
No, this is a step beyond long-term booking.
I'm not agreeing. Stop.
This is a step beyond long-term booking, man. You know it is.
I understand that, but this is what people fucking wanted.
Nobody wants this.
I'm not. I can't. You're not listening.
I am listening because your idea of long-term booking ended at fucking WrestleMania.
Agree with it. I'm not saying that that's what it should be. I am telling you this is what they think is long-term booking.
Long-term booking isn't forever booking. There is an end to long-term booking. Like the Roman Reigns storyline is beyond long-term booking. We can both agree on that.
I agree. I am not saying that it was a good idea. I said it. When did I say this should have ended?
Yeah, I said you were there at Hell in a Cell or whatever the fuck it was before WrestleMania.
I said it should have ended before WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Backlash or Hell in a Cell, whatever the fuck the pay-per-view was. Before WrestleMania, you're like, it needs to conclude with Sami Zayn. And then it went on, and you know what? I'm okay with it concluding with Jey Uso. This is blatantly they don't know what to do with the guy.
Now, yeah.
Shut the fuck up. They don't know what to do with Roman Reigns. They want to do a bunch of things with other people, but Roman Reigns is like, we need to continue what is steadily selling tickets.
Well, he's not going to be on the next few shows. I do know that. You probably won't see him until...
This is so terrible. So the storyline was perfect for Jey Uso to be fucking raging against Roman Reigns. And instead they have Jimmy turn again. It's so soap opera. That I'm glad I don't watch the weekly show because I think I'd kill myself.
Actually, the weekly show is better than this.
Weekly show is probably garbage if it's anything like this. No. It's leading up to this. So you ever watch a show and it's like the finale is fucking terrible? I'm not watching the show.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I have yet to see a finale that is really good. Even on my favorite shows, I have never seen the payoff with the finale.
You haven't watched good shows then.
I don't know, man. House is pretty good, and then the finale was kind of like, oh,
House
okay.
is a serial fucking drama. Never gonna really get a good one out of that. I don't know. This was it's watchable and everything. It's just like
didn't hate it.
I didn't like it.
The weekly build to this was really good, though.
The pay-per-view was lukewarm.
Yes. So the build to this pay-per-view, the weeklies building up to it were really good. Triple H has done a pretty good job with the weekly show of building. It's more about the build for Triple H than it is the payoff for some.
But what is he fucking brain dead?
I don't know what the fuck.
You know what people want? The build to a storyline, and then when the payoff comes, guess what? It's the build to the next storyline. What is he fucking writing anime? Fucking okay. The whole event, I wouldn't have taken offense. The main event, garbage, absolute garbage. I would have never booked this. This is the Antichrist to book. It's SummerSlam. It's basically the WrestleMania of summer, and you have nothing to conclude. You're gonna fucking drag along a storyline that's done. The storyline is done. Finish it. Where are you gonna finish it now? Are you gonna drag this shit to fucking WrestleMania?
Probably.
Oh my god, that's why I can't watch wrestling. It's written by fucking monkeys and retards. I just can't do it. It's so stupid 99% of the time.
No, I hear you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as it goes for SummerSlam, I'm going to go with the 6 out of 10. And it's a gracious 6 because some of the matches were very entertaining. Some of the matches were boring as shit. The things that were important were thrown under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't go beyond that.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. I hope to God the next pay-per-view is better.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with JP at the 6.5.
What is next pay?
Oh God.
Some premium live event where they're gonna have the exact same fucking matches probably.
Well, they won't have Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns will not be there.
I don't care anymore.
I don't either, to be honest.
Like you get to the finale of the show, and this is what they give you. Oh, you didn't suspect his brother that was fully on his side and injured to show up in a hoodie and kick him.
Payback is the
garbage. Absolute garbage.
Then Fastlane, then Survivor Series.
I guess I'll watch Survivor Series if I want to. The other two can eat my fucking ass.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling, it's so weird because wrestling, will always, there's always this moment where they entice me.
Yeah.
And then there's always this moment where they fail me constantly.
Yeah.
I've never had wrestling entice me and be like, here's the payoff you want. When it comes to WWE, it's always this fucking shit show. Oh my god.
I get it. Like I said, I'm disappointed because I actually watched the weeklies and the build to it was pretty good. They had
it was all set up for where it should have ended. It was there. They didn't do it.
This is how I knew Jay was not going to beat Roman at all, is because it was for the title and it was for the tribal chief.
But now you want to see Jay versus Jimmy, Jay versus Solo.
Roman would have lost. There is no more tribal chief.
I don't agree. Okay, I agree with. I would have Roman either losing and retaining or winning. That's fine. But I would have had fucking Jay beating the fucking living shit out of him
At
due
the
to the
beginning.
due to the actual match rules.
So
Instead, he decided to wrestle a regular match and
I
then have
kind
Solo and fucking Jimmy in a fucking hoodie beat the shit out of him.
I
Garbage.
I knew that they were gonna do this kind of thing because they kept on telling Jay. Paul Heyman would come out weekly and said, Jimmy, he even said it one time, Jimmy, it's Jay's fault is why you got hurt. So
Garbage. Garbage.
Roman Reigns is they're essentially making Roman Reigns Bray Wyatt, like he's this manipulative cult leader.
He's Undertaker when he had the fucking
Yeah,
it's garbage.
it is, and I agree with you 100%. They're just doing
Like
it without all of the
I don't care what anyone says. Triple H is like, I'm gonna hold on too
he is.
long. He holds on too long to everything. Where it's like, when eventually we're gonna have Jay versus Jimmy. I know that's what we're gonna have, and nobody will really care because the stakes have dropped. You're gonna have brother versus brother, but you had Jay versus the world champion that has not been defeated in forever. You're downgrading that match.
You were correct.
It's not terrible booking. That's close. It's really fucking close.
Yep,
You can't build up something to the fucking top of the world and then fucking be like, "Are you okay with a SmackDown match?" Garbage.
Yeah.
I hear you. I get it.
But this is also just classic of WWE to sit there and give us a great pay-per-view on paper and deliver a 80% decent show.
Yeah, I mean, this is where I sit with WWE. It's like, I'll never watch their day-to-day programming because I know they can't deliver. And I'm like finding it hard to watch some of their like premium programming. I'll always try to attend the big ones, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble. But
Right.
the more I watch, the more I get disappointed. The more I don't give a fucking shit.
Yeah, especially since these are supposed to be their big
SummerSlam is the way I look at it is like, if I was booking wrestling, I would have WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and Royal Rumble as the end to a lot of fucking matches, and maybe the beginning to a couple. Especially Royal Rumble and especially Survivor Series, because you have the capability to do that. The fact that this, you ended a couple fucking, I guess, matchups that nobody really cared about, and you continued the ones that didn't need to be continued. It's just, it's frustrating.
It's what we've been saying. Triple H is always afraid to pull the trigger too soon, and when too soon has already been too long.
Yeah, he's really slow on it. And for me, at least, the Roman Reigns storyline is, I'm done. I'm done. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care because you failed to execute when execution was needed. You failed to execute at WrestleMania, and then you failed to execute at SummerSlam. So if you're gonna continue this fucking ruse just to get people to watch your daily programming, ain't gonna happen for me ever. Because I don't care, and it's also like, it's gotten to like the comical point of like Days of Our Lives, where it's like, oh, I'm switching, and now I'm switching, and now I'm switching again, and I've switched again. Oh my god, just like the alliances for Jimmy Uso, who seems to go with the wind. And also then you have Solo Sikoa being like, why'd you hit me? And why'd you... Garbage. Too long.
Terrible.
It's a convoluted mess, and it was such a good storyline that is going to end in a muck. Because nobody's going to care. Anyways, we've been live for a very long time. I gotta get to bed. I gotta work tomorrow, which is great.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we will not be live. We're taking it off. We did Nobody's Given tonight. We covered most of the topics. Connor abandoned us.
He did.
That son of a bitch. Anyways, tomorrow we will not be doing anything. Monday, hopefully, we will do Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 as a review for the roundtable. I still have to watch it, and I'm super busy for the next day and two. So hopefully I get the chance to do it. If we don't do it Monday, we'll do it Tuesday. And obviously we have the rest of things booked for the week. I'll be playing Elden Ring. Maybe we'll do a group stream. I don't know what that will be. And obviously we'll be back at HUGM.
And next week's No Bucks Given.
Which will be Sunday. Next week. Anyways, have a good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Mikhail, Alpha, Cody, everybody in the chat. I know it's a different day, but thanks for hanging out. Peace out.
Night night.